I didn't realize I muted my sound. Duh. How'd I do that? So now I have to redo my entire dance because there's no sound. So here we go. I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Woo! Am I gonna fit in? What was the next line? She said, like, here I am for the first time, turn to my right, and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous. Every single one of you wonderful OG family is so famous, from Charm to Catherine to Powder Girl to It's Me, Bedazzle, to Sergio and Bernadette and Deshaun and Charm again. And Nate. Oh, shout out to Nate. And Raspberry Sorbet. Freaking love me some gelato. So raspberry sorbet would not be bad at all. To Nina, to Tradings. I don't know. I don't know when you emailed me, but we're gonna check it. New subby, hey Raspberry Sorbet. To Dre and Robert, can we say hello? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You know what we always do at the beginning of a stream is we got to tell Instagram that we're live. Listen, this is gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a good one. I mean, I think every single one is. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm a little biased. But we got to tell Instagram that we are live, lit, and local. So we're gonna tell them right now. And if you haven't told a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, we need to get more people motivated, because I think, here's the thing. Everyone says, I'm going to tell my homie, to tell my homie, to tell my homie, to tell my homie that we are going to come learn how to make some money, because that makes more money, which makes more money, which makes more money, which does not bring happiness, but it does make more money. So, everybody, if you haven't shared this with your favorite homeboy or your favorite homegirl, you definitely should, because this is a free way to learn how to make money. I'm not charging you a dime for this. I actually pay for this. Don't let me get into talking about how much my setup is, because that's just a lot to do. But I'm gonna turn it on front camera so you can see my setup right here. We're gonna go like this. See how crazy that looks? Oh my gosh. So, anyways, entities mahus. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a, okay. That's a little too much, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. But I just feel like a lot of people spend a lot of their time doing things that are detrimental to them. And I'm not saying that I am of your benefit. But if you do believe that this is of somebody's benefit, then go ahead. And I absolutely am saying that I am of your benefit. Why? Because I want you to be excited, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to be able to experience the nicer things of life. And I don't want you to have to stress about an internet phone bill. You know why? Because my internet has not been working properly. And I've had to continuously pay for new ones, and they're just not working, and it's stressing me out. Anyway, so we're going to talk about some cool things today. I'm going to show you a really, really, really easy trade, and then we're going to see if we can predict the market for tomorrow and see if all of us can kind of make money, which is why I'm saying tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because we're doing something we haven't really done. Well, one, we have to go check on the last ones that we charted to see how they did. And then we are also going to chart for tomorrow. So for those of you who are trying to make some money on, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell Instagram. So we are going to go, in the meantime though, how excited are you guys? How do you feel like your trading has improved ever since watching these streams? Do you feel that, oh, I'm echoing? Am I actually echoing? No, don't tell me that, guys. You know, when you start talking about my audio, I start stressing out. But yeah, but I was just saying, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, today we're also going to talk about the obvious title of the video, which is A Millionaire's Guide to Becoming a Millionaire. And here's a fun fact. I actually hate mentioning that I'm a millionaire, but I understand that God has put me in this position in life to create a bigger purpose. So it's not about me and what's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's about the platform God gave me and how I can help other people. But I just don't think, like, I have this new philosophy that I've grown upon within the past couple of years. I am 22 right now. I was 18 when I started on social media. Shout out to my 18-year-olds. Shout out to everybody who was once 18. Can we get a shout out if you were once 18? But yeah. I don't even know what to title this. I have to do something like, I don't know. I would hate that title too. Well, I want to talk about, because what a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people do not talk about what it actually took for them to become a millionaire. A lot of people don't really talk about if they felt like it was luck, which I don't believe in luck. I believe in blessings, because I believe nothing is a coincidence and everything is done by design. But anyways, yeah, but I think that it's something I want to talk about. Like, I feel like if I have been blessed in any amount, then I should put everything I can into the purpose that God has given me and fulfilling it. And I feel like every single one of you amazing people that are a part of the OG family, because we are all OHGEEs, or you can take away the H and the G, or H and the E and the E, and just make it an OG, because you are the original, the best and the baddest, the greatest, and the gladdest. Am I right? But yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. And I was like, if I could have a voice and I am able to speak, like, I don't think that for any reason you should gatekeep anything. I think if you feel that everything or anything that you do can help somebody, tell them. Tell them. Like, I had a friend that I went to high school with, and I actually need to text him because I told him I was going to text him. But I went out to Korean barbecue yesterday with my family. Went out with my sister and my brother. And if you don't know what Korean barbecue is, it's like we sit there and, okay, no, let's talk about the concept of Korean barbecue, actually. You go and you spend an insane amount of money. I'm talking like $20 per person, $30 per person, $40 per person. You spend all this money. And then they give you raw meat and you cook the meat by yourself. And then they tell you that it's a restaurant. Like, I might as well have just been in the kitchen. I should have been the sous chef or the head chef or the executive chef or something, because I basically cooked my own food. And I don't even know if I cooked this thing all the way through. I don't know if salmonella is running through this. Like, I don't know. But anyways, I met a friend there that I went to high school with. And he came up to me as I was leaving. He was like, oh my gosh, Kelly. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I know you. And he just told me, he was like, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. And I was like, for making my own meat? Like, brother, I do that at home. But, you know, you're welcome. No, but he was just like, thank you so much. And I was like, oh, for, you know, what did I do? And he told me, he said, well, Kelly, I just put in my 2 weeks in at work because you inspired me to trade, and I started trading. And last month I made $10,000 from trading. And now I'm going full time because I've just been having a lot of success in it. And honestly, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for you. And I was like, maybe that meat wasn't so bad after all. But like, do you know how insane that is? Like, it's like moments like that where I'm like, wow. Like, I don't know why we try to make it seem as people, as individuals, like, oh, what I do is so secretive. We try to find fancy ways to make what we do sound better than it is, or worse than it is, or different than it is. When it's like, if you just talked about what you're good at, it doesn't have to be trading. It doesn't have to be anything online. Like, if you just talked about what you're good at, whether that's you're really good at speaking, you're really good at drawing. Like, if something you do, you talked about it to anybody, it doesn't have to be on the internet. It could be to somebody at your church. It could be to somebody at your job. Like, and they take that thing up and it creates something great for, like, I don't know how that isn't the most rewarding thing ever. And to me, that was just like, oh my gosh, no matter how terrible this Wi-Fi is, we have to make sure we stream today, because there is somebody right now in this chat who within the next 6 months, your life is going to change. That's a prayer right there. In Jesus' name, amen. Somebody within this chat right now, within the next 6 months, your life is going to change. And I don't have to say it for it to be true. It's because you know it. Whether that's Dre, or that's Huda, or that's Nate, shout out to my guy Nate, or that's Calypso, or that's David, or Renetta, or I want to say that's Blessed, so I'm guessing Blessing, or Andrea, or Trisha. Like, one of you, if not all of you, if not every single person within the next six, and it's because you know that. It's because right now, when most people would be watching Netflix, you have decided that you're going to be boring enough that you decided to watch me. Well, thank you. But like, dang, you know? But I just forgot we abandoned Instagram. What are we gonna title this? The secret to, I can't even spell. The secret to becoming a million. This is such a cringy title. The secret to becoming a millionaire. Like, ugh. But anyways, I want that for everybody. I just hate when social media abuses the word millionaire. Like, oh, congrats, you make a lot of money. But like I always say, it makes no sense if you're making money if you can't make it for others. Like, what are you doing for other people? But yeah, today we're gonna chart. Let me tell Instagram. The secret to success. I should have said that. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm not live. Do y'all see that? Oh my gosh. Currently live on YouTube. Come join. Let's. Nice. Ooh. Guys, we're talking about something amazing today. I'm going to be charting up some stocks. Well, there's one that I really, really have faith in that I want us to make money on tomorrow. And then we're also going to talk about a lot of the stuff that goes behind actually making a lot of money. So I would love if you joined the YouTube. Okay, guns up. Guns up. But yeah, I would love if you joined the YouTube. If you're not there, why are you not there? Like, guys, we're here to make money. Not so that we can flex on other people, though. Y'all heard me on that one. Not so we can flex on other people, but so that we can create a better lifestyle for ourselves and our families and those that we love. And that's my only goal. And I just love being able to do it with all of you, every single one of you. So join me on YouTube. Don't spend too much time over here. Like, I know you like seeing my face. You can see it in 4K right there. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, right there. Currently live on YouTube. If you are ready to talk about it, let's talk about it. But yeah. My YouTube is working now. We're currently on YouTube. So I will see you there. I love you all, especially you, Gary. I love you so much. But anyways, bye, guys. See you on YouTube. It's not bye. It's see you on YouTube. Okay, we ended that. Because we need to get back to you wonderful, beautiful people. Like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. It's going to be a fun one. So as always, we're going to start with a prayer. I know that we started with a really, really cool prayer. We started the beginning of one, which was we are prophesying over our lives. In the next 6 months, we're going to experience tremendous change. We're definitely going to experience tremendous change. And I want to really allow us to be able to get there however we can, whether that's however we can. But turned $100 into $169,000 in one day. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something. Paper trading will do that to you. It shows you the power of when you remove your emotions. I got to show y'all a video. Oh my gosh, I got to show you a video I watched yesterday. My husband gave me $50 to start day trading, and today did my first trade and was 40 cents on the green. This is how I feel when I hear y'all are making money. Like I said, I don't push the objective of money. Let's get that straight right here. I see too many people push making money to one, be able to buy a nice car. Go ahead, spoil yourself, do it. Buy a nice chain. Go ahead, spoil yourself, do it. Get a bunch of girls. It's not fulfilling, but if you want to do it, do it. Okay, get a nice house. I think you should definitely do that. And just to flex on other people, buy a bunch of designer. You want to know where I got my full outfit from today? I'm going to tell you right now. Let's do an outfit check. Fit check. Can we? Fit check. I got to move this. No, actually, I have a better way. We are doing a fit check. Okay. We're going to start from the top and down. Can you focus on me? It's focusing on the mic. Okay, focus on me. Here we go. This jacket, I got it from Ross. It was $15 on clearance. Calvin Klein, am I right? This shirt right here, got it from, I don't know if y'all can hear me, I'm yelling. I got this shirt from Fashion Nova. It was like $4. I'm about to fall off this ladder. Okay. All right. I'm making sure y'all can hear me. We're back on the ladder. Ugh. All right. This, am I focused? All right, I'm going to cheat. The belt, I got it from Louis Vuitton. It was more than I should have paid for a freaking belt. Anyways, we'll ignore that part. These jeans, Fashion Nova. They were like $12. The shoes, I got them for free because I met one of you beautiful OG fam at the shoe store. And I was buying some shoes, and I met one of you guys. And when I met the guy, he was like, oh my gosh, I know you. And I was like, I hope you don't. But he was like, nah, I know you. And I was like, know me for what? And he was like, you're that girl on YouTube. And I was like, am I? Because sometimes y'all will notice if you meet me in public, if I notice other people around, I'm gonna be like, don't do it. But I'm gonna take it, obviously. So anyways, yeah, so I told him, he was like, yeah, you're the girl on YouTube. And I was like, yeah. So I was shopping for these shoes. And I told him I want some pink shoes, they're cute. See how they match? Look at my matching. Kelly, don't do it. But I told him I want some pink shoes that are cute. So the guy brought out the shoes. I go to check out a pair of pink shoes and a pair of beige shoes because, like, if y'all don't notice, I really love the color beige. You're going to see me wearing a lot of beiges and creams. Anyways, so I go to check out. And he's checking out. And I'm about to check out after him. So as he's buying his shoes, he goes, hey, what shoes did she get? And I was looking at this dude like, you are a guy and I am a girl. We do not wear, like, you're not about to walk around some pink shoes. Anyways, you know what he said after that? Talk about the grace of God. He goes, put them on my tab. I was like, what the heck? Put them on your tab? Oh my gosh. So one of you beautiful OG family bought me a free pair of shoes and I'm wearing them right here. You want to know the coolest part of that story though? After that, because like, how can I not respect that you just bought me a pair of shoes? And I think I don't know how much they were. I'm going to assume they were like 300. I don't know. But after that, me and him became friends. Now he's helping to work in the company. Can we talk about it? Shout out my boy Dewan. Okay, I'm a little too hyper today. But yeah, so that's why I'm saying that's what my goal is, right? My goal is not to sit here and push materialistic things. My goal is not to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, let us make a crazy amount of money so that we can go flex on other people. It's like, let's make a crazy amount of money so that we can help, so that we can sit there and say, what shoes does she have? Put it on my tab. You want to know my favorite thing to do with money? And I never talk about this. Maybe you'll hear me mention it once or twice, probably in the past 3-4 years. I probably mentioned it twice. One of my most favorite things I love to do with freaking money is when I go out to eat. I'm a little too hyper, I'm sorry. When I go out to eat, I will order the whole menu. I have big eyes and a small stomach. So I order the whole menu. I'll take 3 bites. I'm full. It doesn't matter. I'm not there to eat. I'm there to bless. So I will go out to eat. I will order whatever is on the menu. I don't care. Like, if it looks good, if it sounds good, I'm going to get it. It's probably going to go home and it's a go plate. And it probably won't even go to me. It's probably going to go to whoever I'm eating out with because I just know I'm not eating those leftovers. Not because the leftovers aren't good, just because, like, big eyes, small stomach. So every time we're leaving, like, I'm really nice to the waiter. Let me teach you guys really quickly. For those of you who don't know, something I've learned, my sister was a waiter, and I kind of got this from her. And just, like, talking to other people, because I love hearing the stories of other people. But whenever I meet a waiter, I always ask their name. So if they're like, oh, my name's Stephanie, for the rest of the night, I would be like, thank you so much, Stephanie. You're so amazing, Stephanie. Oh, you're great. Thank you. May I please, Stephanie, can you please? It's like, I want to make them feel like a person, a very important person. Because if you're serving me, you're as important as they get. Not because I'm super special, but because you have delegated your life purpose in that very moment to be of servitude to somebody else. And that is the most humbling and inspiring thing somebody could do. So with that being said, every single time I go out to eat, I am a fat tipper. Oh my gosh. When I say fat tipper, I mean like, and genuinely when I mean fat tipper, I mean like, if I get the tip and the tip is, let's say it's, yeah, let's say it's, I don't know. No, not even the tip. Let's say the bill is like $200, $50, $12. I don't care. The tip is going to be $300, $500, $1,000 every time. I think the most I've tipped in one night was probably, it was at this restaurant in Houston. I remember like we had 3 servers at once. I don't know why they did that, but I was just like, okay. And I just tipped every single one of them $1,000. And like, it's so inspiring to hear people's stories after that. 'Cause sometimes I'll tell them on my Instagram. Sometimes I don't really care. Cause it's not about me getting the glorification. It's about God getting the glory, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be in the position I am without him. But it's the ability to be able to know that your hard work can go on to inspire someone else. And you never know. Cause I've heard people tell me stories of like, you know, they were struggling to pay their tuition, and that last amount was all they needed. And it's like, whoa, you just helped me with that. And then on top of that, there's been times where I just meet people in Ubers and I'll just be like, hey, you know, I went to a friend's birthday party once and an Uber picked us up at like 4 a.m. And I was like, girl, why are you out at 4 a.m.? She was like, well, you know, I'm a single mom and I had to put my son to sleep. Or no, she had to wake him up and take him to daycare at 4 a.m. because she had to go work, and she was an Uber driver. And I just asked her, I was like, you know, like, what do you do? Not like, what do you do? And well, yeah, what do you do outside of just being an Uber driver? She was like, I'm full time. I work from 4 a.m. to about 8 p.m. and then I sleep again till I go home. We'll sleep at 10, wake up at 4. And I was like, what's your current problem right now? She was like, well, I mean, I'm doing it because I need to pay rent. I'm 2 months behind on rent. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford this month. So I really have to make sure that I finish my Uber driving so that I'm able to pay for my rent, or I'm going to get evicted and I have nowhere to go. And, you know, I fell off with my family just because I didn't go the same route as them in life. Cool. Like, I'm never going to judge anybody for what they've gone through. But I just asked her, I was like, how much do you owe on your rent? I don't remember the amount. It was probably like, I think it was around $3,400. And I just cash apped it to her. And to me, like, that feeling is insane. It's like nothing else matters on this planet. No single piece of designer, no single nice car, no single nice house, nothing matters than when you are able to sit there and bless somebody's life and know that you just gave somebody a home for the next 3 months. I hope that it put her in a better position. And I think I sent her more than it because, like, I wanted her to pay off her rent and still have money to take care of her son. But that's why I preach so heavily on having money. That's why I preach so heavily on us making money. I don't do it for, like I always say, we don't make money to flex on other people. We make it to impact other people. And I really wish that was the rhetoric that was pushed more online, because I see so many people flexing their Lamborghinis and Ferraris and whatever, Raris and Pataris and like just flexing everything is like, this is why we work so hard. No, that's not why we work so hard. Because let me tell you guys something. I bought my dad a Lamborghini for Christmas in 2022. Amazing present, wonderful. Like, it was his dream car growing up as a kid. Like, it's insane to even be able to say that. It's insane. But when I tell you I do not drive that car, like, it, not because I'm trying to retain the value on it. I think when you buy something, me personally, I just don't care about the value after that. Like, if it's a gift, it's a gift. But one, every time I drive that car, I like scrape the rims like crazy. I just don't touch it anymore. It's just an expensive gift. But then two, and this is the bigger reason than number one, it is because, like, after a while, the excitement of like, oh, I drive a Lamborghini it just wears off. And then you start thinking like, okay, I don't want a Lamborghini anymore. I want like a Ferrari LaFerrari, which is actually my dream car. But I'm sure even when I get that, it'll just kind of be like okay. Because material things wear off. they wear off. And shout out to Lorraine, because Lorraine said she buys groceries for people. And that is the power. Because my mom always taught me when I was a kid, if you don't give when you don't have, you won't give when you do have. And so when I was younger, even when I had nothing, y'all don't realize I'm giving y'all the gameplay right now. I haven't even fully started. I mean, I've started, obviously. But when I was a kid and I had nothing, I'm talking like I could have $100 that an auntie gave me because she came to visit me. And I would take that $100 and I would go and do something called Free Food Friday, where I would pick 2 people randomly on my social media that I went to school with. And I would tell them, well, I would just do like, hey, first person to send me a picture of them smiling gets free food. It doesn't matter the amount. Like, they could have told me to go to a steakhouse and I would have went broke for the steakhouse, because I am a firm believer that what you do unto others will be done unto you. And when you give, you will receive. And too many people, God blesses them and gives them. And what do? They hold on to it. They're like, thank you, God, so much for being fruitful in my life. I am never going to do anything with this fruit but keep it in my house. And you know what happens when you keep fruit in your house for too long and you don't do something with it? It molds. Some of you guys are still holding on to moldy fruit. The reason that you haven't been able to be fruitful in a lot of areas is because your fruit is molded. So any small piece of fruit that comes and touches the fruit that you already have also molds, because when bacteria gets close to something that's good, it infects it. And a lot of you have become a virus. Well, let me not say a lot of you, because God forbid, not the OG family. But for those of you who may be watching this way after this live stream, and you know who it applies to, because I don't. But some of you, the reason that you keep having so many viruses, whenever you get money, every time you get money, it just doesn't last. Every time that you get paid, it doesn't last. It's like no matter what, you're always behind on a bill, is because when it's time for you to be fruitful to other people, you want to hold on to your own fruit, and it molds. Everyone asks me, Kelly, why are you so successful? How the heck did you become a millionaire at 19? How are you still a millionaire at 22? How did you do these things that nobody else did? Because all I did my entire life was give. I gave everything. You can scroll down my entire Instagram to the very bottom, and I was giving. No matter what. So that's what I want you guys to start this stream with right now, is understanding that no matter what, be a giver. And don't be afraid. Just like, it's so easy. I'm not saying give every last dime and be like, God will provide, even though he may. Obviously, like, we have to be smart in the way we operate in life, right? But I am saying, don't be so stingy and you ask God for so much. You want God to give you so much. You pray like, God, I promise if you just help me pay off this bill, I'll never ask you for anything again. Well, still ask, because the Bible says, ask, you shall receive. But the problem is, some of you ask God for a lot and don't want to give anything. And I have never in my life seen people who ask for a lot and don't give. I don't know, me personally. 30 p.m. said, I've watched you long enough to know this isn't the first time you've had this conversation, because it's what I live by. It is what I live by. Like, I just feel like if everybody operated by that standard, you would see so much growth in your life. It's just so many of us want to make money for us. So it's like, no, I'm saving up. I could help this homeless man who's asking for money, but I'm really saving up right now to be able to buy this new pair of shoes. Like, okay. And so you see somebody that's less fortunate than you don't even know. Sometimes it may be God testing you right there. Will you give? Oh my gosh. My sister told me a story once, and I've always thought about this story my entire life. She said, you could see a homeless man, right? That's sitting or standing on the sidewalk asking for, it could be money, right? It could be anything. And some of us have the heart where we may not have money, but we may have one water bottle, okay? And we may be like, dang, I need this water for me, but I do have a heart where I want to help people, so I'm going to give this water to somebody else or to this homeless guy. Okay? Now, my sister told me sometimes you wait when you know you have a good heart, because you never know if the person in front of you, right? And for some people, this is you. The car in front of you has 3 water bottles. And this homeless man's like, can I get money or food or water? And he has 3 water bottles. But he's like, eh. And basically, the story is sometimes you having 3 water bottles and seeing somebody with nothing is God's test to you to see, are you willing to give up what I have blessed you with to help somebody else? So some of you see a homeless man and you're like, oh, they're just going to buy drugs. Like, who are you to judge what somebody buys or spends their money on, you know? And I'm not saying, so what if they buy drugs? But like, so what if they do whatever they do with it? It's not about what they do with it. It's about how you operate when you have that opportunity. I didn't know when I turned into a preacher this afternoon/evening for some of you. But that is where I have found a lot of success in my life. And really, it doesn't have to do with financially. My dad always says, shout out to my family, they give me such amazing principles. But my dad always says that in everything somebody asks you to do, say yes, and God will direct the no. Which I think is so powerful. Because somebody could be like, hey, can you take me to the park today? And you're like, oh, I ain't trying to take you to the park, right? So you decide, I'm not going to take them to the park. But my dad says, say yes. Be like, yeah, I'll take you to the park. And watch how God will miraculously make it rain. And they'll come back like, oh, sorry, I guess I'm not going to the park anymore. Say yes, and God will direct the no, because he is the author and finisher of our faith. So how much faith do you have that God can operate in your life? But be willing to give, even when you don't have. Oh, I could keep going, but I know we have a lot to do. We have a lot to talk about. Did we like the fit check? Yes, I have a Discord channel. If you want to join the OG family, that's where we're going to go today and have somebody come up and just kind of talk about their life a little bit, if they'd like to. If we have time, you can get on a call with me, just create a ticket and tell your story. And from there, we will really just speak. But anyways, let us get into this trading side of things. I actually had a couple funny things I wanted to show you guys that I thought would kind of, yeah, I know that's a lot. That's a lot. You know, let's pray. Let us pray. Irish girl, shout out to Ireland, said, someone once said, it is not my job to worry about what they do with the money. It is my job to give it. What they do with it is between them and God. That is a word. It is between them and God. It's the same way some of you, if we went through your bank statements, we might be very concerned. But you know what? It's not our jobs to be concerned. But Hardy Paul said, it reminds me of when my dad used to give us offertory money to put in the church basket. As I became an adult, it made me realize he was teaching us how to give. You know, that's a whole nother topic we should get into another day, is how a lot of people are pushed away from church because they're like, oh my gosh, all churches do is take money. If I wanted to become rich, I'd start a church. I'd just make everybody give me offering. And then when they gave me, no. You know, the fire part is I was listening to a sermon a couple weeks ago that said it's kind of funny because some people go to church and don't want to give because they're like, I don't know what the church does with the money. But it's like you want to take the word from God, right? But you don't want to give into those that are some. That's a whole nother conversation. But at the end of the day, like it's never about what the person does with it. Like if you are knowing, like you know specifically this specific person, every time they get the money, they actually go and spend it on stuff they shouldn't spend it on that I don't agree with, then you don't have to support them or that cause or whatever their with, but it is not you to dictate. Because imagine if God took a look at your bank statement and said, I'm not giving you any money because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I know that you're going to spend that money on 3 seafood boils this week when you know that you have a high cholesterol. That is unfortunately some people, right? Or he says, I'm not going to give you any money because I know every time I give you money, you spend all of it buying those drugs that you know aren't good for you. Some of you want to turn off the live right now, and that is okay, because a deep word can only hit those that are meant to receive it. Conviction is difficult, but it is necessary. All of us buy stuff we don't need, like this belt that I'm wearing. And you know what? They were tricky too, because they cut the tag off. They knew I was going to bring it back. I hate when they do that. Because sometimes I actually want to return some things, but they're slick. If you shop designer, which I don't anymore, this was from Ross, and this was Fashion Nova. We're not talking about this one, and this was also Fashion Nova, and these were for free. But yeah, if you shop designer places, they think they're slick, and they will go and cut off the tags, and you can't return it at that tag. I'm sorry. Like you didn't even let me try it on. Anyways, I really want us to pray, because that was a lot. But yeah, that was a lot. I hope a lot of you are really excited about this. Like I said, I want us to go over a trade or two. And there's one that I see setting up for tomorrow that I'm kind of excited to see what happens with it. I want to see if we can make some money off of it tomorrow. But for those of you who are like, oh, Kelly, I don't really know if I want to put my real money, that's cool. Because remember, at the end of the day, we still play it to what the market does. We don't predict it. We can try it, but we only react to it. So feel free to paper trade it. If you're like my good my good friend that turned $100 into 100,000 paper trading, that's awesome. It teaches you the power of emotions, but that is not realistic for every single day. But anyways, whoa. Really excited for all of you. Listen, I said they, them, because I never want to misgender anybody. In this day and age, I just never want to do it. So that's why we're all OG family, because under OG family, we all have the same core values and goals and beliefs for the most part. And our job is to be good people and to make money and live a fruitful and successful life, not because we want to buy nice things, but because we care about impact over income. Anyways, if everybody could please bow their heads and close their eyes. And listen, if you're not a Christian, please allow me to pray for you. And if you are a Christian, please feel free to pray with me. Either way, you're not excluded. We are all included. Okay. In Jesus' name, Father, Lord, I ask that, well, first, I thank you for waking us up this morning. I thank you for allowing us to see the absolutely wonderful light of this day. I thank you for allowing us to be able to hear from you in any regard that we have today, for you to be in our presence, for you to be able to provide for us and help us. God, we know that no matter what has gone on in our lives, that you are still orchestrating our footsteps, you are orchestrating our path, that you make all of our crooked ways straight. And so anywhere that we are hindering ourselves, that we are being detrimental to our success, or any person or enemy of progress in our life, whether that may be a coworker, whether that may be a manager, whether that may be a friend, whether that may be a significant other, but anybody in our lives who is hindering our growth or success, although it may hurt us, we ask that you remove them, because it will hurt us in the short term, but it will be so unbelievably beneficial for the long term. And Father, Lord, I just ask that you allow us to be able to give. You allow us to be able to give without our hearts attached to the money. For money is just paper. And at the end of the day, it can be ripped, it can be destroyed in a fire, it can be wet, and it loses its value. But what we have in you, what we have in our heart, what we have in the people that we sow seeds into is bigger than anything, because we never know when we may help one person that helps tens of thousands or millions of other people. So God, I just ask that no matter what, you continue to be here for us. You forgive us for our sins. And you allow us to have a clean slate and forgive us for what we didn't even know that we sinned about, God. Don't allow us to feel guilty for not praying to you. Don't allow us to feel guilty for not reading our Bible. Don't allow us to feel guilty for not putting our all into you, but allow us to take the necessary steps to be intentional about changing it from here on out. God, you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are powerful. Thank you for this amazing, 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 amazing platform you've given me. Thank you for the amazing people that are in this chat right now, that are watching this stream right now, that are a part of the OG family and have sought it out that on their Monday evening, that though they could be doing other things, they decided that this is the place they wanted to be. And as I said at the beginning of the stream, for each and every single person watching this that are intentional in changing their lives and improving their lives, we ask that these next 6 months, that as January comes upon us in 2025, that they will see the most change, the most growth, the most success, and the most progression that they've ever seen in their lives, that their financial situation will change, that their physical situation will change, that their housing situation will change, that their income at their jobs will change, that their relationships around them will, did I say and change? Improve and change? And the relationships around them will change as well. God, thank you so much for allowing each and every single one of these people to be here. And I just say, in Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. I wish we had music. Like it's there to rock is right on top. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's to rock is right on top. It's tricky. Ooh, that hit the back of my head. All right. Woo. I'm doing me some standing today. Ooh. I give to everyone, but I don't forget to give to myself. Amen, Tracy. Please do reward yourself, even if that's going to Hot Works to work out and do your thing. Because we see you every single day up at that Hot Works. The transformation is seen. Amen. I got some water. I don't put the labels on my water anymore. One, I never usually do, but I accidentally did the other day, and everyone told me the water was recalled, and so I almost had a choking fit because I couldn't drink water. But yeah, now I can drink it without your judgment. Amen, amen. I'm so excited for okay, I know that Kelly goes off topic a little bit, but genuinely, when I see each and every single one of you, I think it's just absolutely amazing. Like I feel this like insane, like, whoa, this is real life. You know, like so many of you have decided that you were going to watch me, that you want to learn to trade, that you want to learn to trade the right way, not the go recruit 17 people to join your team way, not the buy a course and never get an answer way, you know, not the, I don't even know what, there's just so many, like, let me trade so I can make money and flex on other people, which we don't do, right? Flexing is a mess. Can we talk about? But yeah, it's amazing to see all of you here that are committed to your growth and, you know, just having a really good positioning for your future. And I'm so excited for you. I'm so, it's unreal. It's unreal. I'll be honest. So I just want to take a second to really appreciate each and every single one of you. From David to Odogwu. Okay, so sorry. To Bridget, D-Train, shout out Ella, to Catherine, to Dominic, to Huda. Huda, you are always here, despite the fact that I know it's so late for you. So thank you for still being here, despite the fact that I know it's probably midnight for you right here. Don't worry, we will make this stream a shorter one. It won't be one of the 4-hour ones, I promise. That don't mean they're not coming soon, because they will be coming soon. And Tracy, who loves to give, for Charm and Chibuza and James and Abina and Mo. And I don't say your names just to say your names. I say it because genuinely I think if you are a viewer to somebody, if you are in somebody's life, if you care about somebody, like some of you I've never met, and I know that you genuinely do care about me and my growth and success in life. And so I want to be just as intentional about caring about your growth and success in life. So when I do see your name often, Like when you're constantly on the streams, I am going to remember you. I'm going to remember your story if you mentioned it. That's why you hear me mention Nate and James and Huda. Trying to see who else I might remember on here. But yeah, I genuinely do remember. But yeah, this is going to be posted on the channel afterwards. I'm under the live section. So David, thank you for loving me from Italy. Oh my gosh. Okay, quick question. Is Italy in France or is Paris in Italy? Shh, don't answer that anymore. Don't answer that. Don't answer that anymore. Because I solved that for myself the second I said it. So shh. Hey, William. All right, so let me pull up my screen. Let's get into these charts. Oh my gosh. See how I just embarrassed myself? See how I just embarrassed myself? That's so embarrassing. Kelly, don't do that again. There's something I just realized that I'm about to show you guys that just made me so happy. So happy, so happy. So happy. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. Let me come here. Excuse me. All right, why did it come up on the screen like that? Like, oh, let me see. Control Z, Control Z. Okay. Like, I don't know why it did me like that, guys. It's okay. What? See, now the whole screen isn't even me. Like, how do I? Okay. So this is me. Nice to see you guys. That is me. This one is just tripping. Why is it so big? Okay. All right. Give me a second. I should have done this before, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. And I won't judge you. 'Cause it can get ugly. Ooh. Before it gets beautiful. Ooh. Please don't judge me. And I won't judge you. And if you love me, just let it be beautiful. Just let it be beautiful. Ooh, it's getting a little hot up in here. So, you know what they say? It's getting hot in here. So keep on all your clothes. Sorry, I have too much energy. Guys, if my audio is low, because it's actually at max, and this is the best microphone in the industry. This is what they used to film all the songs with. So if you really want me to sing, I will. But if the volume is low, try turning it up on your end. Because if I go ahead and turn up the volume, maybe you're going to have to hear my singing too much. And I don't know if you want to do that. All right. So there was actually this meme that I found that I wanted to show you guys of us charting. Thank you, Joetta. I want to see if I could pull it up. Uh-oh. I don't know if it took over the whole screen or not. But let me see. Let me see. Tell them to play the YouTube video on their television. Yes. Y'all said breathe in. I'm good on the singing. Ray. Is this beginner friendly? Yes, Bridget. We are always beginner friendly. We are always beginner friendly. You know why? Because I remember what it felt like to not know. And the reason why I was like, you know what? I am coming back into this education. Hey, Success Nation. I'm coming back into this education situation is because I noticed that too many people were just making things overcomplicated. They were just making things overcomplicated. Like, they were just like, yeah, so whenever you're looking at options, you want to make sure to know that options is actually based off derivatives trading when it comes to the stock market. So in Wall Street, what they actually do is like, bro, you said like 4 different words. I have no idea what they meant. Can we elaborate? And can you enunciate? But hey, Elijah, welcome to the OG family. But I wanted us to, I saw this on my timeline as I was on Twitter, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to show you guys this because this is absolutely hilarious. So let me make it a little bit bigger here and see if I can. Okay, it's not letting me drag it that. It's just gonna kick me out. Don't do that. That's so mean. Don't kick me out. Anyways, I want y'all to watch this because this is literally what happens to a lot of people when you think something makes sense. Now, why would this make sense, right? Let's look at this chart, right? Can you not see my mouse on here? Okay, now you can. Okay. So as you can see, right, most people would be like, oh my gosh, this is resistance. Resistance. So when price comes to resistance, it's going to fall. That's trying to predict the market. We don't predict the market. What do? Do we predict the market? Or do we, I'm going to let you guys say it. Do I trade Forex? I trade whatever is tradable. I like to teach technical analysis because technical analysis, you can trade Forex, you could trade stocks, you could trade stock options, you could trade futures, you could trade whatever. Yes! This is how you guys make me feel when you say the right thing. We don't predict the market, we react. So right here, this is like me last week whenever I was trying to predict the market, even though I say don't predict the market. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to get into price, right? But here's the cool thing, right? They put their stop loss all the way up here. So they're like, okay, if price clearly breaks through this, I would get out, which I agree with. If price breaks above this resistance, then I'm going to get out because I have price falling. And remember, in trading, you can make money when price falls. So even when the market goes down, you can make money. Don't let anybody tell you that's not true. People say, don't trade. You can't even, like, what if the market goes down? Then I make money off the market going down. But as you can see, right here, price can fall. I'm not here trying to predict this chart. I just want you to watch the video. Let's just enjoy the video. We'll do that. Oh, actually, I think there's volume with it. Let me turn my volume all the way up so y'all can hear it. Oh my gosh, I think I have to turn that off because YouTube is going to beat me up if they see a gun on there. So we're going to act like they did not see that. But tell me, let's ignore this real quick. Let me go ahead and hide this and then I have to move myself back over because I know you guys just absolutely do miss just seeing my full face. But tell me that does not happen in trading. If there's one thing we can all relate to, if there is one thing we can all relate to, it's that we will predict price doing something, it would not do it, or it will do it, or not do it, and it would just go the opposite way. And it's like, did that really just happen? Which is what happens to me a lot. Is I'll be like, oh, price is definitely falling, and price will start to buy, and I'm like, okay, I guess price isn't buying or isn't falling, and then it'll fall, and I'm like, okay. You know I always say that like the market's in a toxic relationship with itself, but sometimes it's probably in a toxic relationship with us. It's like, oh my gosh, can you just, but, oh my gosh, shout out Stray Cat. I saw that Stray Cat said they've made a lot of money with me. I don't know why that message was redacted, but that's so sweet. Okay, so today we are going to, wow, I was operating like you could see my screen the same way I can or cannot see yours. We're going to be reviewing what happened with Dropbox because remember, last week we went over Dropbox because we had Lighthouse come on. He came and he got on the phone with me, which, as you guys know, and Modenza, please drop it in the chat. You can join our OG family Discord and you can get on the phone with me and ask me to chart up anything, ask me for any advice, ask me, and when I say advice, I don't mean financial. You can ask my opinion on a stock, on a pair, whatever it is, but you can just ask me anything about life. Now, please don't come up asking for crazy things. I might cry. But I say that to say that Lighthouse came up and he was like, hey, I'm in calls for Dropbox. What do you think? And so we charted it up because we wanted to see what do we think the market's going to do. So we gave multiple probabilities. And so we're going to review it. I have not seen what happened to it. Have we reviewed this before? Because I remember having this. I just got major deja vu about myself. Have we already talked about what? Okay. Well, anyways, whether we have or have not, we are going to go over. And for those of you who are confused, don't worry, because we are here to make things simple. And the more simple we make it, the more those who have already seen it understand it. But yeah, so we're going to go over this chart briefly, like in 3 minutes. Just seeing what price did, because we predicted. We predicted, I don't know what we reacted to, but just what price would do. I haven't scrolled. When I scroll to the right, we're going to see over here. We're going to see what actually happened to it. But anyways, let us. I'm like blurring my eyes right now to cheat, but I already know what's happened. So we drew this up. Right? And this, I don't have it open. But if you guys ever search up chart patterns, okay, let me see if I can search up chart patterns. Okay, images. So here's our chart patterns cheat sheet. So what we see right here is a bearish wedge, which if we come to DBX, no. Is that what we formed up? Yeah. A bearish wedge. Now, okay, no, we didn't. Because this is why I was confused. We formed a rising wedge. Don't let me confuse you, because I'm going to explain why we formed a rising wedge. Because price is coming up and then it's consolidating. So whenever you see price do a zigzag, you can call it a zigzag, but just know it's consolidating. It's moving sideways, okay? And then it falls. I said bearish at first because I saw the angle. So if we come back to DBX, we saw our angle. But, let me move it over. We saw our angle. But here's the problem. It's coming up. So I was like, we're supposed to be coming down and then do the zigzag, right? But we came up with our zigzag. So anyways, that's okay, because a rising wedge comes up and falls. So if we were to try and predict, this is an almost telltale sign. Like, price could break up out of here, which is possible, but not my favorite move. I'm over here looking. If you come over here, I'm trying to see if we have support, which it looks like we have support right here. That kind of goes through here. But we had our points. Either price, if price breaks below here, we get into puts. Why? Now, for those of you who don't understand support and resistance, then please drop it in the chat if you do understand support and resistance. But think of support like, okay, actually, we have our ladder out. Ooh, don't let me fall. Okay. Think of support as this ladder. It is the floor. Think of resistance as this ceiling. See the ceiling? Because if I jumped off that ladder and busted my head into the ceiling, well, I'd probably come right back down, which is unfortunate. And I hope you'd call somebody like Life Alert or something. But if my head hit the ceiling and I come back down, that's resistance. There's resistance on my head. And support is like the floor. So with it being the floor, I'm stable. What we look for with price, because you see like price likes to do the zigzag. It likes to find support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. If it eventually breaks, it usually keeps going with momentum, because an object in motion stays in motion unless it hits resistance or whatever Einstein said. Newton. I was just playing with you guys, I think. I'm only saying that in case this gets on the internet somewhere and they say Kelly isn't that smart. Don't do me. So as you can see, we have this major area of resistance. We had resistance here. We had resistance here. Then we had support right here. So I was like, boom, major area of resistance / support. Then on top of that, we had, well, no, that's just really it. So that's what we would do if price was to fall. Now, if price was to buy, we don't want to buy it until it passes this black line, or was it this red line? Yeah, this red line, because boom, boom, boom. This is another area of resistance. I'm just going off what this said right here. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Because, oh, you guys can't see it. There we go. Support is right here. Support. And then if you come over here, we have resistance. So I was like, okay, 3 touches. I trust it. Maybe you could use that as like in your book. If price is touching 3 times, then we kind of like it. So if think of support as your floor, resistance as your ceiling. If you fall through the floor, you're probably going to keep falling. If you rise to the ceiling, you're going to keep rising unless something stops you and you form another resistance point or another support. Support first. I was making sure of that. Anyways, so let's just go next to see what happens as you see price rejected. This is on the 1-day time frame, because when we were charting this up for Lighthouse, he had an expiration date for 3 weeks out. And so when you want to sell, because an expiration date is kind of when you want to sell, you can sell way before then. Just know it's the date before which you need to sell. But his was 3 weeks out. So we said there's no point of us charting on the 5-minute time frame, because a 5-minute time frame, why is my screen looking like this? I want you to see the time frames. Okay, they're all the way over here. But, oh, it's not even showing my mouse. Why is it doing that? Okay, cool. But a 5-minute time frame is going to be when you are trading within the day. When you start trading for days in advance, then you now are going to do the 15-minute, the 30-minute more, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 day. And 30-minute is usually entry, or 1 hour maybe. Yes, Luminous, support is the floor, resistance is the ceiling. So next, we're going to press next to see what just happened to price. We have, I hate all these lines. I'm going to go ahead and do this because I think it's just making it confusing. We have what looks like a rejection, but then look at this. We have resistance, resistance, support. So this is when you're really patient. This is where a lot of people mess up, is they want to predict. You're patient. What is price going to do? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what price is doing in here, because our entry for calls isn't up here, and calls means price is going up. Puts means price is going down. Think about it. You pick up the phone to call, and you put down the phone when you're done. So calls go up, puts go down. And that's because we make money on both sides of the market. Both sides. So when people say, are you swinging both sides? Tell them only in the stock market. Am I right? Oh, almost fell. Anyways, but as you can see, we have this rejection. So we wait. We don't do anything yet. Price has broken out. This is usually an indication, if we go back to our chart patterns. This is usually an indication that we will be falling, but we want to be safe. We want price to break our support/resistance. Okay. So this is today. Why is this? So we don't even have a proper update. This just made me sad. I was so excited to see what price did. I mean, more than likely, because price is in a volume candle, right? We have, as you can see, this long candle. This is a lot of volume, and usually price chases a lot of volume. Here's an example with our chart patterns. A lot of volume. Oh, let me come right here. I didn't mean to press it. A lot of volume. So what we're hoping is that price comes and breaks through this, but we're actually not hoping that, because our friend Lighthouse is in calls. So we would like for price to actually buy, but we have been in a downtrend. And let me move this thing real quick for you guys to see. But there we go. For those of you who don't know what a downtrend is, it's exactly what it sounds like, is when price looks like its trend is going down. And remember that we operate off of support and resistance. Now, support and resistance can fake you out, and eventually we'll start talking about that, but That a lot of that is experience. This is usually what happens unless price can do this. And I'm going to make this a different color because it's just confusing. Unless price can break out, it's just going to continue going down that downtrend. Now, if you are bearish, aka bearish because you think price is going down, let me teach you something that's kind of cool. Price is bullish when it's going up because bulls' horns go up, okay? Price is bearish when it's going down because bear's claws go down. Can we talk about it? So, remember when you hear somebody say, "Oh, the market is bullish," bears or bulls' horns go up. When they say the market is bearish, it's because bear's claws point down. So right here, a downtrend is bearish, meaning price is probably going to keep going down unless it breaks out of this giant resistance. The black line is resistance because that's the ceiling. Price keeps going through and bouncing. However, if we go and delete all these lines we made, because it just, I could bring it back later, so y'all don't have to worry about that. But as we, I took away our resistance. As we see, price has actually broken out. So here's our two options. Price breaks out. It's going to come and test support and then find support, or it's going to do the exact same thing, but it's going to be like, that was the worst support ever. There's a hole on the floor. We're going back down. That's why we don't predict the market, because you just don't know. And the market doesn't care for you to know. We just play it to what we can. How do you chart the resistance? You just look for you start at a high if you're doing resistance in a trend line. A trend line is like a line that's following the trend. And so if I go ahead and pull this over, this is the top of the trend currently. So I'm going to come from the top and I'm going to do it until we get areas that are bouncing off of it, which is like right here. I hope I made sense. So how do we trade bearish market? We'll go for sell and still make money. So how do we... I think I know what you're trying to... I think you're saying, how do we trade a bearish market and still make money? And it's simple. You buy puts. Because we pick up the phone to call because calls go up, and we put down the phone when we're done. Because puts go down. I think I slammed my screen pretty hard. And I say that because in Forex, if you're trading Forex, it's really easy. You literally are just buying or selling the market. But when it comes to stock options, it is a little harder to keep up with. You can scalp. So let's talk about it really quickly. Let me come down here and write this out for you guys. For those of you, what? Oh my gosh. Well, we had a glitch in the system, but we're good. For those of you who are confused, scalping the market means you're in a position for seconds to minutes. Right? Day trading equals you're in a position for minutes to hours. Swing trading, you're in a position for days to weeks. Actually, let's call it what it is. Leaps. That's one people never talk about. That's a long-term equity, something Kelly forgot, position, and I'm about to search it up. Because, that's why Google is really good for us. What are leaps? Long-term equity anticipation securities. So let me go. Meaning you're anticipating something happens. Cool. And that's when you're in a position for months 2 weeks. I said weeks? Really? Imagine us moving back in time. Okay, Marty McFly. But go ahead and take those notes. I can separate them. Sometimes it's easier for me to read when I separate. Oh, I separated everything what I was supposed to. Boom, boom, boom. So go ahead and take those notes or take a quick screenshot. And yeah, so that'll help when people are like, can I scalp it? What is scalping? Can I day trade? What is day trading though? Can I swing trade? Why are we swinging? I haven't been on a swing since I was 4. Yeah, so that is what it means. Anyways. But now let's go to what I feel like was really good. So this is actually upsetting me because on Friday, before my Wi-Fi just went down terribly, I mean, my Wi-Fi just took a knee. It was done. It said, I am injured, Kelly, and there's nothing you can do to get me back in this game. And I was like, do that for somebody else, not me. But anyways, before that happened, I had it prepared to talk to you guys about, look at all of our notes from before. One day I need to just delete all these. Today will not be that day. But I was fully prepared to show you guys this. I'm going to go to the 5-minute because I was like, oh, this is going to make everybody so much money. This is the easiest thing I've ever seen in my life. But it made some people a lot of money. I was not one of those people. So let me go to my other NVIDIA and see if I had it already. Yeah. So why did it just look way more clear on this one? So we're going to go back in time and just act like we have no idea what just happened. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you on Friday. I was so unbelievably excited because I said, I know this from a mile away and we gonna make that money. Because this is one of the easiest things that I've ever charted in my life. It almost never misses. I always have to say almost because let me tell you something. I am not perfect when it comes to trading, and none of us are. So sometimes you're going to miss. But does anyone know? Before I even chart it, does anyone know what this is? Let's see if some people can tell. And if you can, wonderful. Hey, SGT, you've been missed. If you can, wonderful. If you cannot, well, that's still wonderful because I'm about to show you. But can anyone tell what this is? This is NVIDIA, but can anyone tell what this chart is doing? And this is one of those things that comes with experience, is sometimes you kind of look at it and you're like, what's going on? The more you trade it, the more you see it, the more you're showing up. And then you're able to tell. You know what? There's something my church says all the time. They say, when you show up, you grow up. So if you keep showing up, you keep growing up. So eventually, you're going to get to the point where you're like, Kelly, don't even pull up the charts. Let me tell you. And I'll be like, I am so sorry. Like, dang. All right, let's see. Everyone said consolidating. Ooh. Now, don't just copy everybody because you see they said it. Base drop. Yeah, maybe. Cup and handle. Ooh. I'm about to change my lighting right here because it's harsh on me. Give me a second. This thing is harsh. All right. It ain't as harsh no more. You know what's crazy is I forget that I'm streaming and I just sit up here and I dance. And that is embarrassing. Okay, let's see. Some people said cup and handle. Some people said bull flag. Some people said pennant flag. Bullish pennant. Let's go to our chart patterns. Let us go to our chart patterns. This is not the chart pattern sheet I actually like. Okay. So what did it look like on here? Hold on. Oh, what was the one I just pressed? This is the one. This exact chart right here is the one that taught me how to trade chart patterns. So go on Google and search up chart patterns. And you can steal this chart. Or If you are an OG, if you're in the OG family in Discord, I'm going to send a custom one that we made in our company just because, like, I just like when things look pretty. So I felt like this was simple, but I wanted it to look pretty. So I'll send that sometime this week. It might be tonight. It might be tomorrow. But, yeah. Anyways, I really wanted you guys so badly. So if we're going to look at these, right, I'm going to now show you what I saw on NVIDIA that I wanted to tell you on Friday so that we could make some freaking money on. It's okay that we didn't because there's still another day to trade. Because remember, we are trying to make $50,000 by Christmas. That is not a goal that we forgot. So because of that, I'm going to show you guys, and then we're going to come back to these, and you're going to tell me between these reversal and continuation patterns which one it was. So if we go back to NVIDIA, here is exactly what Kelly saw. And you could even cheat and move this down if you wanted to. Technically. I need to drink some water. So the way we run these streams is you can join at any time, any place, anywhere. iRocking.com. No, I'm playing. If you're Nigerian, then you definitely get that. No, you can watch these anytime, any place, anywhere. It's not necessarily a series, but I do have the streams numbered because just in case you want to go back and see what we talked about. But we do it so that every day we're learning something new, but we're continuously learning. I don't want you to feel like, dang, I have to keep going back and watching 4+ hour streams. No, you can join today and never watch the ones before. But if you don't, it's cool. At least you're here. All right. So we see this. Now we're going to go back to these chart patterns. Which one of these chart patterns is this? Let's look at it. We're going to look at it for 3 seconds. I don't know why I keep dancing. I think it's because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten. Well, no, I ate breakfast at like 10 a.m. and it's now 6 p.m. But I had a very stressful day. That was the first thing I was going to do when I came on the stream is I was going to come and rant about how stressful this day was because, oh my gosh, today was such a stressful day. But I love it. Somebody said it's a falling wedge. Falling wedge. I don't know, but if you think so. So if we go back to chart patterns, it is, okay, I'll just tell you what I saw. A bullish pennant. A pennant. We've talked about pennants before. Pennants are like my favorite things to trade because they always go like this. And it's kind of like a kettle. It starts boiling and boiling and boiling and boiling and boiling and boiling, and then eventually it explodes. You just don't know which way it's going to explode to. But you're hoping that it explodes in the right direction. Because we would rather set the fire than take the burn. Am I right? So if we go back to NVIDIA, this is what I saw. I saw this on Friday, and I was so excited. I said, oh, my gosh. I'm about to make these people some money. But it's okay. So this is what I had price doing, either coming here or coming down here. But it's like, I know this thing. It's a bullish pennant. So what are we going to do? We're going to come right here, and we're going to look for our resistance point. Right. So if price comes above here, we're going to take a risky entry. Oh, let me do this. Let me delete that. What are you doing? Okay. This would be our risky entry. That means enter light. Enter light money. Please don't lose your house. Because some of you, if it's up to you, you might just do that. And then, if we wanted a safe entry, we're going when it's fully out. So we're going right here. Now, some of you were like, Kelly, but why are you picking these areas? Because as we can see, all right, this is actually a bad area. Well, it's not bad. I'd probably just move it right here. But anyways, Resistance, support, resistance-ish, very heavy resistance. So if price comes here, we're going risky. We're like, we are targeting this high right here. Where's an arrow? I need to add an arrow to my thing. That's going to it's going to turn me up. Uh-oh. Guess what I just added? Oh, no, that's the wrong direction. Hold on. Act like y'all didn't see that. Guess what I just added? An arrow. So we're obviously going to target the high just to be safe, right? We're going to just target this high. Because if we go back in time, this is when you'd have to get on like the 1 day time frame, right? Oh my gosh. Now, where does it think I am? And you'd have to, okay, this is where our arrow is. We're going to stay there. We're going to be safe. We're going to be safe. And that'll give us a cool amount of growth. That's where we would target. Now, we're going to do our safe entry. Obviously, you could zoom out of this 100%, and you could honestly find a higher because if price breaks this high, oh man, the way we are flying to Neverland, you will wish you met Peter Pan. Let me tell you something. Anyways, this is our safe entry. Risk where you are very comfortable. Very, very, very comfortable. I was so mad on Friday. I was so mad. Because, and then our other option, right? Because we always plot for both sides. I'm going to turn these green so that we can resonate that this means we think price is buying. And our price target is going to be, it looks too close to red. Blue. And then if we come on the downside, because we always chart for both sides. Why do we chart for both sides? Because we don't predict the market, we react to it. No. This one happened on Friday, and that's what's making me really sad. I wish. But anyways, so I would come here for risky entry. Right there. And this isn't even fully risky. I actually think this is pretty safe. But this would be our risky. Ooh, I did a little sing on that one. Risky. Don't mention it. I know y'all are about to mention it. Okay, my safe entry. Honestly, that would be my safe entry because the other safe entry I would do is right here. And that's just, it's too far out the pennant. That honestly, we're switching it. Sorry, I know a lot of you liked risky. We're going to change our risky if you actually would have done that. I will make this price target, actually. I know. You're probably like, Kelly, why are you doing that? I'm about to explain. Did I say right here? Oh, I said this. This would be my second price target. No, it wouldn't. This would. But no point. What? Is that the blue I chose? It was not. Okay. Did somebody say Kelly is back, big back Monday? Dang. Y'all ain't have to do me like that. I did eat so good this weekend with my siblings. We had such a good siblings weekend. We went out for brunch 2 days in a row. Then we went out for lunch. And I was like, I love family. I think they were fed up with seeing me, though. But for me, yes, this is if you want price to fall. So that's why I made it red. I would say that's our first price target. I would say this is our second price target. Anyways, I'm not saying I want price to fall. I actually, when I saw this, I was like, oh, I want price to buy real bad. I want price to go all the way up here. Tell me if this looks too messy. I hate when I see too many. Like, it's just. These are both our price targets. This could also be a safe, super safe entry. It could be. It'd probably be price target number 2. This is NVIDIA. This is a stock. However, just so you know, once you learn technical analysis, you can trade stocks, you can trade Forex, you can trade futures, you can trade whatever you want. I mean, you can even trade your dog. Don't ever trade your dog. but you could. Okay. Anyways, so we're just gonna see what happened next because I want to get into what I think price would do for tomorrow. So I'm gonna play it all the way. Usually I go next. I'm just gonna play it all the way and close my eyes. And you guys let me know when it's done. Somebody has to let me know when it's done. Like somebody. I'm gonna start peeking. It's done? It's done? What happened? What happened? Look at this. See why I said that would have been my price target? Do you guys see how, oh my gosh. Do you see how perfect? Oh! Ooh. Now, who does this? Now, we're going to talk about it going up, but this is why we don't predict the market. We react to it, but we set our targets. Look at our entry. See, I was like, that would be my safe entry. I would say you should just go ahead and get it. I haven't charted this thing. Anyways, this would have been it. Anyways, y'all just saw me do that. You just saw me do that. We did it live with each other. Now, obviously, the market isn't open, so we didn't live trade it. But for those of you who are like, Kelly, would you live trade? No. One, because live trading severely messes up your psychology. Because, like, trading is stressful enough. Why would I now want to trade in front of 733 absolutely amazingly beautiful people? But that's actually not the biggest reason. The second reason, and this is the biggest reason, is because, Michael, you didn't miss anything important. Don't worry. The second reason, which is the biggest reason, is because I believe that live trading promotes dependence. I am only going to promote independence. I don't want you to just copy me. I want you to know how to do it yourself. So I'm going to push you to do it the hard way. Yeah, I am the coach that's going to push you. I'm not going to give you a handout. Who said they're giving me a lawsuit? For what? Come on, NW. Anyways, so we're going to talk about this one up here. But before we get to that, let me go back. Before we get to this is the beauty of plotting lines. So I always told people, okay, when I say I always told people, I told myself. I probably mentioned this to you guys like once or twice. But with my favorite strategy, it's my secret strategy. I've never released it to the public, but I will at my in-person event. If you want to take the quiz to see if you can make it to my in-person event, where we're going to teach you how to trade in 3 days. I'm telling you, from the very beginning to by the end, you're going to know how to do technical analysis. We're banging it in there. And we got homework, and we have quizzes, and we have a final exam. We're doing it all. Anyways, my in-person event link is in the description. Take the quiz. And here's a secret I haven't told anybody, but I'm actually going to tell you guys. There is something secret that I am planning. Because I know some people are like, Kelly, I can't afford the in-person event. And I'm like, that is fine, because that's why we do this for free. But for those of you who also want to learn from the very beginning to technical analysis, there's no more, are we going to learn how to trade in 2 years? Like, we don't do that anymore. We want 2 months. So I do have something special where I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to learn how to trade in 2 months. Same thing, quizzes, tests, homework, and guess what? A live teacher. No more courses. Boo. Boo, courses. Boo. Boo. Okay, sorry. I was getting ahead of myself. Anyways, in my secret strategy, I hate calling it that, but it's just secret. Maybe I should call it private strategy. Anyways, but I plot lines one time, and I would never touch them again. Because lines are still support and resistance. They can always be used. They can always be used. But I want y'all to see how here was our entry. So we would have entered right here. Boom. Boom. That was our price target. Now, I said, I don't know how I feel about this one being a price target. Why? Look at that. It never hit it. Some things are just experience. Some things, I never really trusted that as a price target. I don't fully like, me personally, right? Here's my opinion. I don't fully like when people are like, here's my price target 1, then my price target 2, then my price target 3, then my price target 4, then and I'm like, okay, so what's your goal? Because one, you either are going to, I don't know, like you're going to take partial profits maybe, but it's like, do you take enough partial profits that by price target 2, if it never hits there and it falls, like, it's just so much. For me personally, I have a rule. You can make $100,000 a year by trading and making $400 a day. So I had a rule. I would start with $1,000, and I actually did this. I took $1,000 to $20,000 in 1 month doing this, and I posted about it afterwards because when you tell people during it, it messes with your psychology. But I aimed for $400 a day, and I had a rule. I had one price target. Sometimes I'd set 3, but either I make $400 or close to. If price was at $360, that $40 was nothing. I can get it tomorrow. I'm going to take the $360. But I either make $400 or I wait till price gets to my price target. Whichever comes first. Why? Because, like I always say, we're not in this game to be right. We're in this game to make money. That's it. We're in this to make money. So if I make $400 first, cool. If price hits my price target and I only made $280, cool. Because that's as confident as I am. And we want to be smart with our money, and compounding is key. Everyone wants to get rich tomorrow. Everyone wants to make it tomorrow. That's not how this works. And I know everybody says that, and I know we're all very cognizant and aware of that, but like, not everybody is going to get it tomorrow. You understand? Okay? Anyways, look how beautiful this was. Notice how I didn't even put price target on this one because I was like, So if we take this away, like, I don't know, I'm about to. If we take these away, see how perfect that was? So now we still do have calls. Now, me personally, this is not what I was expecting. But we react to the market and we still plotted for both sides. I would tell you 99% of online mentors, if you don't answer an email when someone buys your course, you're not a mentor. Don't tell me about a course. I hurt my wrist. Don't tell me about a course if somebody buys your course and reaches out and you're sitting up there like, yeah, I make $300,000 a month every single month from trading. I have a group. Feel free to join my group. Feel free to join my course. Oh, but don't email me and ask me for help because I've already spent that money on my Lambo. So I don't need to hear from you no more. Like, ew. We don't do that. And don't get me wrong. I used to have a group. Number 1 in the world, not bragging. But I used to. Now, I didn't do that. But it was like, one thing I'm very big on over anything is customer service. Like, we literally have a rule in our customer experience team, which is obviously self-explanatory. It's customer experience, where I tell them, I say, guys, we don't send emails as responses. We send emails for conversations. So you're going to have conversations with people, and you're not just going to respond to them and answer their question. If somebody is struggling with something, we're going to show genuine care because we do care about them. If somebody is upset over something, we're going to be their therapist because we do care about them. Like that's what we're going to do. And if they never respond, cool. It turned into a response. But we're going to lead conversation first and response last. So anyways, I think it's very important to pour into the people that pour into you and not just see them as another dollar sign, or you will eventually go broke. And broke doesn't always mean financially. You may be financially rich for the rest of your life, but spiritually, mentally, you will be broke. You'll go on social media. Nobody really cares about you anymore because you did everybody wrong. And like, I'm very big on image. I'm very big to step back and be like, whoa, if my image is taking a hit, how do I improve this? But some people just don't care about image. They just care about money because, like, who cares what people think? I'm making money. And I'm like, well, life is bigger than that. Like, what the heck? Okay, what's it mean if I have the biggest house if I don't have nothing? You know, the Bible says, what is it if I gain the whole world but lose my soul? That's a word. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's now go on to what I wanted us to do on Friday. Okay, now, as you can see, 8:30 in the morning, price skyrockets. Lord have mercy. I personally don't trade at 8:30. Me personally, not only do I not personally trade at 8:30, I also don't personally. I usually trade around 11, right? I like 11 a.m. movement. If you have pre-charted and you trust this, risque entry. Lord have mercy, you would have been up so much money on this. This probably 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Price jumps up $1 in 5 minutes. Okay, let's do some quick maths. If you put $1,000 into this trade, you probably would have made. Let's say you had a same day you can't do that on NVIDIA. 5-day expiration. Price jumps up $1. NVIDIA on average, I'm gonna guess probably moves 10. You probably make sheer speed $400 in 5 minutes. That's me like just using personal experience. I need these glasses right now because this light is just doing me. But yeah, you'd probably make like $400. 40% return. Now, I have seen times where it's 100% return. You can make 1,000. I've seen time with the sheer speed that moves in 5 minutes. On the very low end, $200. Like experience. It's hard to calculate. Like with Forex, you can kind of calculate depending on what your lot size was and how many pips it moved. With options, the thing that determines the money you make in options, which is why I like it, but also hate it. We have a very love-hate relationship. But the thing that I really like about options, sorry, for those of you who I said 8:30 and 11 a.m. and stuff, CST, Central Time. So that would be, you'd go 1 hour ahead. So that would be 10 a.m. If you're New York Eastern Time, that would be 8 a.m. if you are in LA West Coast. Pacific. You're by the Pacific Ocean. But yeah, the thing that I hate about options is just that what determines how much money you make is speed, is how fast. That's why I like to be correct in the correct direction. If you notice the way that I teach you guys to really use the market, we have straight candles. We don't see like, I'm trying to find where it's really messy. Like price doing all this. I like because I understand speed and direction. You have to be right. You have to be right. If price starts consolidating, if I tell you price is going from here to here and price starts doing this, or let me say like up here. Oh, you're going to lose so much money in this chop. We just play the breakouts. Anyways, so you could get into this. Let's go next. Boom. We went through our price target. Risky entry would have worked. Price even came back for safe entry. Price target. We watched it happen. See how simple it is? What did we do? Draw lines. We said line 1, line 2, line 3, line 1, line 3. Like, that's it. It depends on how many contracts you have. It depends on a lot. But for the most part, this is the hardest part. There's a reason I'm teaching you guys the hardest part, because the easiest part is actually understanding your contracts, how you're going to place a trade. Like, all that is easy. You can learn that in 20 minutes. But, excuse me, more. I got the time wrong. That's 7 a.m. PST, sorry. 9 a.m. CST, 10 a.m. EST. But, yeah, as you guys can see, like, we don't want any of this chop. We just want, and I want you to realize every one of these candles is 5 minutes. So this trade, you would have made your money in 5 minutes. This trade, you would have made your money in 5 to 15 minutes. And then you don't have to look at the market again. I don't want you to have a gambler's mentality and be like, oh, you know what, I made money on roulette, let me go back in. No. Come back tomorrow. Let your mind rest. Come back with another strategy. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's go next. What? Can we please look at this? See how price is still respecting our support right here, and then turned it into resistance, and then came through and fell down. But listen, we don't play these moves. This is all we look for. All this Consolidation. So we're just gonna let price. It's like, are we cold or what? Are we cold? Sorry. Just know my jacket is gonna have to be extra buttoned because apparently for today, I have been on a streak. I have been on a run. It is a cold front in the OG community. This is very embarrassing, Mike. Okay. What I want you to know. Cue the aggressive music in your head because YouTube has copyright laws. Cue the aggressive music. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I have to alert you that it will be cold the rest of the week because for some reason, where we thought it was hot, we have officially been presented with a cold front, meaning it doesn't matter where she goes. It does not matter where she is. When she walks in a room, she is so blazing that a cold front comes through at an elevated rate because the ice that runs in her veins is different than anybody has ever seen it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kelly OG. Do you not see how? Oh my gosh. We charted that a long time ago. And it is still back. So, anyways. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. If you would have gotten into price right there, once price formed support, look how you could have ridden it all the way back up to price target. That's crazy. Let it keep playing though. What is that? Can't touch this. Anyways, I just love to show you things that work in real time because people don't do that. People don't show you. Whew, guys, I'm working out on this stream. Oh, y'all are listening to, I don't know if they'll let me say that on stream. But see how, I want you to notice, we didn't do any extra work. We did our work once. When we found this, we did it once. One time. And what did that one time do? Give us one play, two play. Oh, I don't think we counted this one, but I just realized this was perfect too. See how perfect that was? But anyways, we didn't see that one, so we won't count it. One time, two time, three time. The three-time champ. Ooh. Who just said, please get rid of this ladder before you hurt yourself? I had to show y'all the fit. We were doing a fit check earlier. Oh, I didn't even. Fit check. We was fitted up. Fitted up. Fitted up. I got an email from you. Was that actually real? If I was inviting you somewhere? Yeah. Kind of throw like the best parties. Anyways, so here's what price did today. What does that look like? Let's go ahead and delete this one before. What did I just delete? Okay, I'm deleting everything. We definitely want to delete that line. That was our money maker. What? I keep deleting our moneymaker, guys. Forgive me. Oh, I'm not? I am. Where's it going? What's going on right now? There we go. Okay. What does this look like? Quick question. How many minutes per candle? This is on the 5-minute time frame. So every candle is 5 minutes. Ooh, I wanted to address, so I saw this video. One of my friends in the trading industry, somebody used AI to send a video talking to him, oh my gosh. It looked so real. That one I think I have to show. It was scary. Let me make the announcement right now that I will never, ever, ever, ever invest for you. Kelly likes independence, not dependence. Maybe sometime 10 years down the line, I'll open up an investment firm, get my licenses, and trade for people proudly. But right now in my life, that's just not where I'm at. So if any fake Kelly OG accounts, I won't even DM you first. I won't be like, hey, how's your trading going? No, we can ask that question right here live on stream. But I'm not going to DM you. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to be on Telegram. I'm not going to be on WhatsApp. I'm not going to be on any of that saying I'm going to trade for you. It's not happening. So please don't fall for it. If somebody says they're Kelly and they're taking private mentorships or private students to be able to trade for them and generate them income, I'm going to teach you. I'm always going to teach you. I'm never going to do it for you. Please remember that, because I know a lot of people, I've had some people yell at me in DMs, cuss me out, threaten me. Oh, you stole from me. I'm like, brother, I don't even know you, but I would never do that anyways, even if I did know you. I only want to add to you. That's all I want to do. So what does this look like to us? Bull flag. I see symmetrical triangle, bullish pennant, which is a bull flag. Ascending wedge, descending wedge. Okay, I see symmetrical triangle. We saw bull flag, which is bullish pennant. We saw descending wedge. So I'm going to guess falling wedge is a descending wedge. Brother, so let's go back. What do we have price coming from? Right here. And then what do we have price doing? Ooh. Hold on. This is not me predicting. We don't do that. Now, the problem is, where do we enter in this? If you want to be safe, me personally, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of our blue line that was our previous support. Previous price target or resistance. And this is our new one that I like. I am showing you because I want you, this is y'all's homework for today. After we get off stream, I need you to go on TradingView. I need you to chart up NVIDIA. I need you to see if you can see what I'm seeing. It means nothing if I show you, if you don't understand, if you can't apply it, if you can't do it. Because think about it, on Friday, I couldn't stream. Today, my Wi-Fi wasn't working again. It just decided to cooperate with me because I think they found out I was trying to get another Wi-Fi. And they were like, oh, let's stop glitching her service. So they stopped glitching it. Calculator has a really good question that I'm about to get to in a second. But Calculator, that's a great name. I'm going to assume you're mathematical. Yeah. We're going to... Don't say it. Mathematical. Anyways, so this blue line is where I would put my safe entry. Let me go ahead and make that green. We're going to get rid of our favorite lines here. I'm going to keep this one down here because that's actually about to come into play. This is what I think will happen tomorrow. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. Could I be right? Absolutely. And so far, she's been on a cold streak. Well, I should say a hot streak. Because if I say a cold streak, people are going to be like, oh, so you suck. And I'm like, no, I'm so hot that I'm cold. Like, cause slang, I don't know if that's what you kids use nowadays, but back in my day, we had ice in our veins. So, anyways. Cam, you're lying. What the heck? Cam said, oh my. No, I don't want you to be lying. I'm just in shock. Wow. Cam said, just want to say thank you for the lessons Your videos have helped me make over $1 million in trading over the past 3 years. Whoa. Whoa. That is Cam, that stop. Don't tell me that. Cause it's like I want to do so much of a dance that I'm in shock. Yes. Sorry, I glitched. Shout out to Cam. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Cam. I have proof and all. You have to DM it to me. Guys, for those of you who won the giveaway last week, I just remember my team is still needing to get to you guys. I kind of yelled at them today. I was like, what do you mean you haven't sent out them? So anyways, but we will send it out to you. I just have to tell accounting to put it on priority. Also, for those of you who said DM me and I've not gotten to your DM, I still will. I'm probably going to do it today before I go to bed. When I say I was up all night, I still have 2 journals from 2021. Whoa. They said screenshot Cam's comment. I know. Yes. Whoa. Wow. I'm in shock. $1 million in the past. Cam. It's like, whoa. That's huge. I don't even know what to say. I'm in shock. Genuinely. Wow. 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 Cam, I'm so proud of you. Whoo. And can we talk about it? Oh my gosh, $1 million. Like, that's the power of like, I guess like compounding and that's the power of not gatekeeping. Cam, see, you just made everything like, you guys just leave me speechless sometimes. Because I'm so proud of you. I can't even fully think of what to say. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Cam, we do have to get you on a phone call or something. I just saw Calculator say that. This is the insane thing, right? I never fully know. It's like I wake up and I'm like, we're going to help these people. Or we're going to change these people's lives. We're going to do this thing. Like, I woke up so happy this morning. And then it's weird because I work my whole life to help people. And then when people are like, Kelly, you helped me, I'm like, what? But it's like, $1 million? You're a millionaire? A Millionaire's Guide to Becoming a Millionaire. Shout out to Cam. You're doing it better than me. Genuinely. Wow. I got fired from my job and used my last paycheck to invest, scared I would lose it all because luck was never on my side growing up. Now I can take care of my family. I invest into real estate and all. Cam, we got to meet. That is a meetable story. Like, I just want to meet you because, like, we got to hear your story. We got to put Cam on a call. Cam, whenever you are ready to get on the phone, we're putting you on a call. Because I want to hear more of your story. I know it's probably a lot to type in YouTube. I'm still in shock, genuinely. That is insane. Kind of just, you kind of just, like, we'll do it like Wednesday or something. We'll like, wow. Wow. And for those of you who are doubting your progression and your growth and your trajectory in life, just know that like what I always remember and firmly believe is that God can change. He can erase 17 years of struggle and turn it all around in one. Wow. Because I had a negative bank account balance when I first started trading. Negative, straight negative. I used my last $50 that was in Robinhood that I didn't know how to transfer my bank account to trade. And a year later, a year from being negative, like less than broke, because broke is you have nothing. I had less than nothing. I was negative. I was owing. But a year later, I was a millionaire. We'd done $1 million in the business. I'd made over 6 figures from trading. And it was like, God, how did you turn my life around so fast? And it's like, I can't wait to hear Cam's story, because I'm sure it's like he said, he went from a place where he was working his job, and they told him, we don't want you. And he was like, bet. And most people, and for some of you right now, you're in a position where you've been trying out for a lot of positions and interviews and you keep getting rejected, or maybe your job just decided that it was worth it to let you go. But I have found that in every negative circumstance in life, God creates great. Because, and I said this on one of my earlier streams, and this is one thing I believe now. The Bible says, though weeping may come at nighttime, joy comes in the morning. And morning is not just this daylight. Morning is when we are still crying and weeping. Though weeping may come at night, remember that joy comes through that weeping. We become stronger individuals. We hold on to stronger faith. We become better people. And now God can work in our lives, because a lot of times we have to lose. A lot of times you have to let go to grow. You have to let go to grow. Let go of the expectation you had of what your future was supposed to look like, of what that job was supposed to do for you, of what that person was supposed to do for you, whether that's your family member was supposed to promise you this investment was supposed to produce for you this relationship was supposed to be your forever. Y'all were supposed to be together forever and it just didn't work. Let go. Because a lot of times what we are holding on to the most and what we love the most is what's hurting us the most. That's why they say the love of money is the root of all evil. That's why they say lust is the root. It is actually the biggest temptation. Lust isn't like, I'm just going to wake up and be like, wow, look at that beautiful person that's all curvy and like, no. Lust is, I am falsely telling myself that I'm in love with what I'm seeing, but it's hurting me. It's taking from me. $1 million in 3 years, Cam. I am so unbelievably proud of you. I am so grateful. It makes me it makes everything worth it, because so many times I was like, I'm ready to leave this industry. I'm ready to stop talking about trading. I feel like everyone just thinks I'm just like, I wake up and I eat, sleep, drink, trade. And it's like, I was ready, but I just felt God telling me like, it's not time. And I don't know, like right now we're celebrating Cam, but I want y'all to remember that 3 years ago, Cam didn't know that this would be his life in 3 years. And for some of you, 2027 is going to be the greatest year of your life. For some of you, it's going to be 2025. It's going to be the year you started more than the year that you really took off. For some of you, it's going to be 2028. For some of you, maybe 2032. But wouldn't you love to know what 2032 looks like for you? The story of Jeff Bezos is one of my favorites. Let's forget if he came from money. Let's forget if he had whatever. Jeff Bezos in the late 1990s started working on his book company, Amazon. He started working on his book company, Amazon. And I'm sure when he started in college, there were college students that had more money than him. There were people who'd already become millionaires, were making 6 figures, already had a good wife, weren't like really struggling. Because when Jeff Bezos started, his wife admitted that she was taking care of everything. That brother didn't have money. She was paying for everything. Some of you, I'm not saying stay in a relationship, ladies, where you pay for everything for your man. I'm definitely not saying that. But what I'm saying is there were people in a better position than him. And some of you spend too much time looking at people that are in better positions than you, wishing you were there. When the thing is, if I told you in 20 years, let's look at the story of Jeff Bezos. He was broke. He was in debt in the 1990s, took out a whole bunch of loans, even if some were from his family, but he took out some loans. He owed people. He was in debt, negative, had not made more money than he had borrowed. But 20 years later, he was named the richest man in the world. Some of you want it in 20 days. Some of you want it in 20 minutes. But if I told you it's worth not having it for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years, because in 20 you'll have everything you want. And, I believe that success loves speed. And I know that God says, ask and you shall receive. And he also says that he would do abundantly above all you could ever think or ask for. So you could say, I'm willing to wait 20 and God gives it to you in 10. Job had everything a man could want. God took everything away from him. And he said, is Job going to lose faith in me? And Job said, God, you know what? You gave me everything. You can take it away. You know what God did? He gave him 2 times more what he had before. That is God. And I'm so unbelievably proud of you guys. I'm so happy for you. Oluwadare, I think. Yeah. Said, from listening to Kelly, I've made $5,028 since starting April 12, 2024. God is able. Amen. We have ODK, I think it was. I remember because I was like, why do you keep doing OD39R? You're back, first of all. And he said he's up $400 on his SI launch. Look at that. This is the stuff I love to hear when we are up, whether it's because you learned how to do it, because I absolutely, I am overjoyed, and it does not make sense to me when people are like, Kelly, you did it. And I'm like, don't give me all that glory because you worked hard. But it's like, I can't deny it. But me, what means so much more, and not even so much, like it all means, like it's just speechlessness. What I'm saying is just knowing that you are intentional and you are proactive and you are serious and you are disciplined and you are trying. And it doesn't matter what anybody says to you, whether somebody says that thing is a scam or that thing is, there's a reason why I'm just teaching. I don't want nobody to discourage you because they believe it's a scam. Let them stay stuck in their ways. Let them do that. You are committed to learning and growing. And when you start and you continue and you really try, 3 years could be your story. 2 years could be your story. My story was 1 year. 1 year could be your story. 20 years can be yours. It's not even the time that matters. It's the growth, because I could give you $2 million today, or I could give you $2 billion in 20 years. Some of you, 2 million is cool, but 2 million isn't going to take care of generations. And that's really why we're in this, because we have to set ourselves up to not just be good for us, but for our families. Because why would we go through so much struggle to get to a good place to now have our kids have to go through struggle all over again? Their kids have to go through struggle all over again. Their kids have to go through struggle all over again. Like that, we're trying to get rid of that. And I don't care how old you are. I believe everybody is beautifully young. If you are 76, shoot, you are so unbelievably young. You're so young. My uncle is 78, and that brother plays soccer with full speed. Shout out to my uncle. But yeah, like some of you are 58, and you're like, I'm not trying to get rich, become the richest person in the world at 78. But here's the thing, like it's not even that. It's not like you're gonna go broke from 58 to 59 to 68 to 69 to 75 to 76. Like it's not that you're gonna be broke and then magically at 78 you're gonna become the richest person in the world. It's that every single year you are intentional about your growth, so you gradually do better each and every single year. Because this right here on this chart is what happens to a lot of people. A lot of people start off on a high and they get super excited. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then one person discourages them. And then maybe they get home late from work, or maybe they just feel like they can't do it. And then they're like, okay, let me try again. Oh, I don't really want to do it. I'm not seeing results. I'm not going to. It's like, when are we going to have that breakthrough that we stay on a continuous uptrend? Because you'll gradually be doing better and better and better and better. You know, I have never had a year since, one, I gave my life to God, but then two, I also decided to take myself seriously, that I haven't had continuous growth in my life. And let's get it right. Growth is not always financially. Stop it. Growth may be, for example, this year I've been so unbelievably consistent in the gym. Do I hate it every morning? Absolutely. My gosh, I hate it. But I'm telling you guys, if you watch my last live, I would pull it up for you right now. Because I was looking at it the other day and I said, who is that? Love that girl. Like, love her so much, right? I do. Like, that is my dog. But I just knew, I was like, I'm not looking the way that I usually look. Where's my first live? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Such a cute girly. But look at the face. Look at my jawline right now. That girl did not have a jawline. Look at those puffy cheeks. Puffy cheeked girl. She was still cute though. So don't start hating on me. I don't want to hear nobody. Because that is still me. Don't even play me like that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Look at this girl and this. Look at the jawline. She's still cute though. Don't do it. 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 Because I know y'all are about to do it. Let me show you something else that's actually really, no, not one of these. I think where am I? Where is it? Okay, look at this one. Look at this cute little girl. Look at the teeth. Not veneers. Real teeth. You see the difference? Every single year, take away financially. You usually grow. You usually do better. You usually get stronger. You usually get more powerful. You're more knowledgeable. You're more wise. Look at that cute little girl, bro. You want to know the really cool thing about this video? I filmed this the day I became a millionaire. How to make money trading without charts. Look at her, oh cute girl. That drip was terrible, Kelly. Who was putting those clothes on you? Anyways, so like I said, I'm saying that to say that every single year, if you are intentional, your growth gets stronger. It gets better. And the thing is, when you correlate your discipline to be better and you correlate your discipline to be stronger, guess what happens? Your finances gradually improve. Because when money isn't at the forefront of all that you want, it comes, and it comes running. Because in order to make money trading, right, you have to actually learn the skill. Too many people try to make money and they don't learn the skill, so they make money and they lose it all plus more. So, wow, Francis just really clocked me so bad. Francis just called me ugly. Francis, that's gonna make me cry. It's not actually gonna make me cry. Francis said I looked more beautiful then than now. And that is what I love to hear. Because I think what's really beautiful is that when you look in the mirror, you're happy what you see. And though I love that like, to some people I looked more beautiful, which I think probably aided in my growth. But though I do love that, I think what's really beautiful is although that girl to some people looked great, okay, she wasn't organized, she wasn't disciplined, she didn't care about her health, right? She didn't care about, a lot of things. All I really cared about was like, okay, I'm going to make these YouTube videos. I know I'm helping people, but I'll show you an example of the difference, right? This is the difference of when you could tell like Kelly kind of wasn't in the right place. Forget the look. Where was that video at? What was that called? Oh, no charts required. There we go. See, this is just like a very basic video. If we go through the whole thing, like all I do is talk. That is boring. Let me show you growth. Growth is, if we come to, let's go to this video. See the difference in editing? Okay, just forget all that flashy stuff. That's just to draw people in. But you see the difference in editing? This is growth. All right, why am I not going to the parts of editing? You want to know what growth is? All right. All this flexing stuff. Kelly, stop. Yo, look at this. Look at this picture, Kelly. Okay, this is not about to meet me. Look at the Wi-Fi. Just tripping. Look at this. This is growth. Growth is saying, I know that I can make a lot of money by just putting out a mediocre video. But I'm not going to put out a mediocre video. I am going to put out stuff that is engaging and that is entertaining and that is helping people. So every single video you usually see of me probably gets better than the last video and better than the last video and better than the last video and better than the last video. Like, for example, you see how to trade Forex in 7 minutes? Let's go to how to trade in 10 minutes. I did like how to trade, which I need to remake this video. Options trading in 10 minutes. Yo, look at that girl. So cute. Look at this. It's just me talking. Real boring stuff. Real boring. Like, snooze fest. I couldn't even watch this for 10 minutes. I could, because it's me. But now look at this one. Dedication. I got a whiteboard that I wheeled halfway across the street because I had to get it from my neighbor's house all the way across the street. Look at the editing. Do you see how I went through and I manually wrote everything and drew everything? That, to me, is growth. So, to me, when I look back at this, I enjoy it. You know, me personally. And that's what I want for us. So you see how engaging this is? Like, we're just always going to get some visual. Look at me drawing Asia and London and the freaking Statue of Liberty. That's not the point. But that's just what I'm saying. And that's what I want for a lot of you. I really want, because I see a lot of people, they make money and they let themselves go. It's a common consequence. You know how you can always tell when somebody's in a happy relationship? You know how you can always tell when somebody's in a happy relationship? Because they come back looking just a little bit. I won't even say that. You'll know it because you'll go to a family function and you'll get an auntie or uncle that says, you been eating well, love. You know what that means? They start asking you for restaurant recommendations. Like, dang, you in a happy relationship. Y'all eating good. That's the same thing when it comes to people who get money. You know how they say, like, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be signs. If somebody just miraculously starts gaining weight out of nowhere, they're either super depressed. You should check on them because they've been stress eating. Like whether school is beating them up or work is beating them up or life's beating them up or breakups beating them up. Or, right, you know how you could tell somebody else has been eating good, has been making, like, money is great? They're showing you steaks. They're showing you lobster. And they're showing you a whole lot of fat. Kelly was that girl. And I was like, oh, no. So, like I said, everyone gets to a point where they have to say enough is enough. And for me, like I said, I have big eyes and a small stomach, but at a point I was pushing that small stomach beyond oblivion. You know, and I never like got real big, but I was just like, you know, I want to get in the gym and I want to stay fit because every time I do see traders, they're not really in the gym. They're just hanging out with a bunch of girls in Miami, eating good steak. So, anyways, my biggest thing is I want you guys to see growth in every area of your life. Modenza, can we please drop the Discord, the OG family? Keisha has a concern. Oh my gosh, I got to get those sound thingies. So every time somebody like has a concern or says something, I could be like, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Keisha has a concern. Keisha said, $8,500 for for you trading class. I'm going to say your though, because I think that's what you meant. $8,500 for you trading class to help people is mind blowing. Keisha, can you please tell me what we are doing right now? What this is right here? And can you please tell me how much you paid for this thing right here? And then ask me how much I've made from this thing right here. I actually tell you, my last stream, not this one, the one before that, I made a grand whopping. Before I tell you, I got to tell you the price of my equipment because I do that every single time. Because people come in, they're like, Kelly, why are you charging $8,500 for a class? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love to help you, and that's why I'm doing it for free. But this costs. The PC, right here, $4,000, about $5,000. The camera, $5,000. The ring light is about $120. This monitor, $1,500. That light, $700. This mic caster thingy is, I think that was like $600. This mic itself, $600. Do the math. Now, with all of that equipment, and I did not include my keyboard, I did not include my new speakers I had to buy. I didn't include the Wi-Fi. I literally had to buy for it to not work. I didn't include the microphone stand, this thing right here that was not free, or the XLR cables. I didn't include the tripods that are sitting all these things up. I didn't include a lot, but for a grand total, my last live before this, you know how much money I made? Can we get a drum roll, please? This is for my girl, Keisha. $81. Ooh! We are running a loss just so you can get a win. So, yes, I have not sold anything this entire year. I do not have anything that you can currently buy except for our in-person trading class because I was like, I want to teach some people how to trade in person in 3 days. I'm tired of it being long, and I want to follow up with them and really make sure that they expand their trading journeys. And for those who cannot afford it, because I understand that we are not all in that financial predicament, for those who cannot afford it, completely fine. We're here for free. So, Keisha, I hope that answers your question. When you say $8,500 for a trading class when you're trying to help people is mind-blowing. Well, ma'am, what's mind-blowing to me is why YouTube does not pay me more when I'm on this platform for 4 hours a day. Come on, guys, we got to run to operate. Like, I've been running through my savings all year, and that's okay because we have faith in God. And for those of you who said, do we have payment plans? We do. We do. But we don't just let anybody get in because just because you have the money doesn't mean that we want your money. We have rejected people who are like, I will do anything to pay. And it's like, hey, we just don't think you're a good fit right now. So listen, I am a firm believer in the Lord Jesus Christ, and I don't believe that I will ever starve a day in my life because of how much faith I have in him. So I don't need to take your money so that I can eat well. All I've eaten today was some pancakes and eggs. And I'll probably have some tacos that cost me $13 for dinner. And I was actually trying to cook this week, but I'm going to have to start cooking during the day, which means I'm going to have to start waking up at like 4 a.m. so I can finish my work by like 12 and then cook from like 1 to 3 and then stream at 5. But Keisha, I just want you to know, if you're still watching, because we love you, but I want you to know that we love you. And that is a very valid concern. And I'm happy that you asked that question. It's a really good question. It's a really, really good question. And I want everybody to feel afraid to question that because, like, ask me. What the heck? Ask me. You know, the price was originally $15,000, and then I fought my team. I can literally play you. Ooh, they're gonna be so mad when I do this. I'll play it every day if I have to. I gotta find this. Let me go to the team. Let me see. Where was it? All these voicemails. When I literally fought them, and I was like, we're lowering this price. And they're like, no, Kelly, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm strongly against it. Oh, no, I'm going to find this. Look.
By the way, I love the way you tailed off there. You tailed off there. But yeah, I feel you. I feel what you're saying, Kel. I understand it. And you know, of course, you're totally right in terms of this is the first time you've ever done this before. We don't really have any social proofing or any history to go by. And it's not as if the audience that we're pitching to is not a B2B offer like you were when you came to Imans. It's a very, very different avatar that we're pitching towards.
Wait a second. That's the wrong one.
Hey, Kelly, thanks a lot for your thoughts with regards to that. So I'm against it. I am against it purely because we...
You hear that? Do you hear that? He said it twice. He was fighting me. And I was like, and you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm the CEO of this company. No, he doesn't talk that fast. It's on 1.5x speed because it was like a 3-minute voice message. But I was like, dude, I want to actually create results for people. I'm not trying to just come in and... So, yeah. And I had to sit there and I took my executive position. I said, I am the CEO. I am the president of this company. And I said, effective immediately, drop those freaking prices. And he said, yes, ma'am. Shout out to Max. He's awesome. He's awesome. But yeah, sorry, Max. I made you look like the bad guy. But he's awesome. No, he's not. He's awesome. He's very business oriented and he's a good balance because I am very people oriented and I'm not money oriented. But anyways, we have this chart for tomorrow. If you want to come to the in-person trading class, there is a link that's pinned at the top. You can take the quiz. If you qualify, if it's something that makes sense for you, you're interested to hear more, you can book an interview with our team. We're going to interview you. You might get Max. And if you get Max, just let him know that Kelly told you about how he didn't want to drop the price. But yeah. Yeah. So anyways, with that being said, take the quiz whenever you want. Don't feel pressured to. My goal is to stream every day at 5 p.m. CST. Some days I might not be able to, but I genuinely enjoy this and I genuinely enjoy all of you. So for those that think Kelly's just money hungry, I just showed you the receipts. I didn't fake that. I just showed you the receipts. Also, I did not know so many of you related to my Instagram caption yesterday. I was so sad. Can we talk about art? I was so sad. No, this is still the stock we're marking up for tomorrow. But I was so sad yesterday. Or not yesterday. This was like a couple weeks ago. I was so sad because I was just like, dang, every time someone comes in my life, I really invest in them. Like, if they need money, I send it to them. If they need transportation, I get it for them. I will give them my car, like one of my cars. 'Cause I have a lot of cars. That's not the point. But like, because of that, I'm willing to help them out with that. I will pay for food for them. I will freaking, like, I will do so much. I will pay for whole trips and like everything is taken care of. They don't lift a finger for anything. And I will really invest into them and their future and really believe in them. Like, you know, it's been times where I paid for some friends' college classes because they couldn't afford it. And to just watch people, like, the second that you can't do something for them, just turn on you. The second that they start to get a little bit themselves, they just turn on you. It's like, oh, wow. You know, I was just feeling so hurt. And so I was just in a dark moment. And one thing about me is I've always like I've been really into books for a long time. So I love reading. I love writing since I was a kid. My lowest grade in English class was a 99, which is funny because I couldn't say mathematics earlier. Anyways, but I used to write essays for people in school. That was one of my side hustles that I actually never talk about, because I used to write people's essays because I was just so good. Like, but in those deep moments, it's like the poet in me comes out, and I was like, and I was just going off, and I didn't know so many people related. And I was like, this is so refreshing because I was just being vulnerable. I love Instagram to be vulnerable. I don't like when people on Instagram just show. And I think a lot of people, like, they'll ask me, like, how long do you spend writing your captions? I think the longest I've ever spent writing caption was 5 minutes. Like, it just rolls out of me. It truly, from whatever my spirit's feeling, it rolls out of me. Now, what takes me a long time is the pictures. I probably spent 2 hours, like, finding good pictures for Instagram because I want every single picture to be, like, I want it to convey an emotion. I want it to tell a story, every single picture that's posted. So I'm very methodical in the pictures that I choose because I want it to relate to what I'm saying, but I also want it to slightly contradict. But I put a lot of words into my captions, but I put a lot of effort because I don't want to just come, again, Kelly is not flexy. Like, I'm not going to be like, Cartier watch, even though I just did that, right? I'm not going to do that online. But if you see me with the Cartier, shout out. If you don't, shout out. But my thing is never about the flex of life. It is about what can you tell people that is the truth? Because I think a lot of people think a millionaire's guide to become a millionaire. Well, if I became a millionaire, it'd solve all my problems. And I'm like, it probably add a whole lot more. But yeah, it's crazy because the people that I was always helping, they would just disappear, right? No matter what, whether we were on good terms or bad terms, I would always still be a good person. And for a long time, I used to beat myself up because I was like, why is it that, like, I could be at odds with somebody and still care about them? Why is it that I could be upset with somebody and still care about them, right? I used to think that. And I don't know. Then it's just like, whenever they're at odds with me, it's like, oh, we hate Kelly. Kelly is the worst person on this planet. We'll never mess with Kelly. They're telling everybody all these fake, false information about, we're not going to speak to Kelly, but we're going to speak to the whole world about Kelly, right? And it always it hurt me so bad for so long until one day I had to just come to the realization, and I was just talking to God, and I was like, God, you know what? At the end of the day, what you have shown me is the heart I have. And I will not let people who do not have the heart I have ruin the heart that I have. Make me clam up. I'm not helping anybody anymore. Everybody turns on me. I'm like, no, God, at the end of the day, let them turn on me. Because if they're turning on me, it was already in your plan and in your vision. So I'm going to start a poll right now in the chat. Not my caps is on. Do you genuinely believe that, why is everything capitalized? This is disgusting. Money buys. So, we have posted the poll. Now, if we are back on this, 90% of you said no. Don't say it because Kelly's saying it doesn't. I want you to know, like, do you really believe, like, I know everybody says it doesn't, but I just know for me, I will, like, money will really give me happiness. There's no right or wrong answer. The only answer can come from experience. My personal experience is no. Your personal experience may be like, nah, if I had money, man. Let me tell you something. Something I ain't really told nobody before. At the beginning of the year, I went through something that we all experience once in our lifetime. And maybe one day I will open up more about it. But today is not one of those days. But I went through something that was incredibly heartbreaking for me. And I remember I was like, I just need to leave the country. I just need to travel somewhere. And in that same moment where I was like, I just need to leave the country and travel, I was like, but with who? To do what? To cry? I'm going to be in a different country, a different city, a different state. But the mental situation and the mental state of where I'm at will not change simply because I see some palm trees and a beach and an ocean. And I get some virgin pina coladas at a swim up bar in the pool. It's not going to change the way that I'm mentally feeling. Money can't put a Band-Aid on a stab wound. Like, it just can't. And even if it does, it's only going to make it worse. Because if you put a Band-Aid on a stab wound, it's not going to stop the fact that you're still bleeding internally. Get some stitches and heal the hard way. All right, so tomorrow, this is NVIDIA. Here's my safe entry. Of course, I'm going to be safe again. Here's my safe price target. Safe entry for, where's the caps lock? Where's the caps lock? Safe entry for buys. Safe entry for buys. And then save entry for sales. This is NVIDIA. Let me go ahead and just put calls. It's just because, no, actually, let me just put calls because I don't want people trying to buy it and they don't even know what they're doing, because that defeats our whole purpose of being here for now. 2 hours and 33 minutes, which we're about to wrap this up, right? And then, yeah, this can this still be our price target? Do we want that as our price target? I'm going to go with this one down here as our price target. So I'm going to delete this. And we're going to move this right here. So here are our two options. Play them how you want. Tomorrow we'll come back and see what they did. I don't want to hear nobody. This is NVIDIA. Let me go ahead and type it out. If you don't know what you're doing, if you are confused, watch what happens tomorrow instead of playing it. If you kind of know, but you don't want to risk your money, then paper trade it, which is using fake money to demo it. But I don't want you to come in and, I forgot to put the price target for this. Blue is price target. I'm going to go ahead and turn this to red real quick. Okay. But yeah, I don't want you to come on here and, let's see, price target. And be like, Kelly, I lost money. And I'm like, why? Because, we don't know what this is going to do, at all. This is as far as it goes. This is for tomorrow's movement. This is how I would chart it up. I will play it with you guys. I don't know why I have a weird assumption that it's going to reject off of here and then sell. That is my assumption. Don't tell me what Kelly I thought, because we react, we don't predict. Oh, somebody said NVIDIA to 132. Oh, it was ODK. I swear it was ODK. I think that's what you said your name was. Yeah, I could see that right there. I could see that 132. But we're going to play it safe for right now. Quick movements. This should be like a 5-10 minute trade. And it's just to get you in the I don't know where I was going with that. It's to get your hands wet, to get your grease oiled, to get your hot cocoaed, to get your lemon peppered, to get your hot doggity dogged, to get something. I like getting my hands wet. Ish. I know I just said that, but like, what does that mean? Oh, I see a lot of you went to go reread my Instagram caption. That's awesome. That is awesome. But show that P&L for the last 2 years. You don't want me to do that at all. No. Y'all are going to twist this the wrong way. Because if I did, who's that? Price? You'd be very upset at that price. Now, for some of you that have known me for the past 2 years, you know what that looks like. Some of you know how much money exactly I've made in trading. And it is a grandiose amount of money. I have made far more money in different markets than some other markets. I don't like to talk about the money I've made, not because I don't want to talk about money, just not even because money is an uncomfortable subject. I think it's not even, I think 100% it's because my focus is not on the money. I want to focus on the impact, and it's never about how much money I've made, but what I can do for you. Oh, let's move this back so you guys can sit here and make your money tomorrow. So, Price, why don't you join the OG family? And you tell me how much money I can make you, because that's the bigger flex. Do a chart of NVIDIA on the 4 hour. Do I have a fake Forex pair? Well, I don't know if you could call it Forex, but it's US 30 is crazy though. But yeah, that was really, because US 30 is basically like SPY, and I am a sucker for SPY. $131.05, $132.02. I like that one a little bit better. Ooh, this 4 hour. I'm trying, but like all these markups are messing with the way that I'm seeing. I don't like that at all. I can't chart NVIDIA on the 4 hour. I'll be honest with you. It's not my forte. If anything, I do this, but the breakout already happened. Yeah, it's just not my forte. I've never really traded on the 4 hour. Always 5, 15 minute, maybe 1 hour. And then I don't trade on the 1 day, but I use the 1 day for market direction. You want to know? I actually talk about it in this YouTube video right here, which my charting has changed just a little bit more, or a little bit since then. But like in this, the easiest charting video you'll ever watch, I break down top-down analysis, which I think is really, it's 15 minutes, guys. This actually will shoot your technical analysis through the roof. I don't want to hear anybody complain. But yeah, do I scalp, day trade, or swing? More day trade than anything. How much is the minimum you must have to be able to trade NVIDIA stock? $1, but like that might not even move. So I don't know. I haven't looked at NVIDIA contracts. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. What's a king bed without a queen? There ain't no iron team. You make me complain. All that matters to me. Yeah. Smart, beautiful, funny personality. Whoa, Zane. Not you hyping me up right now. Don't do that. You know, that's so sweet. I pray for a woman like you, Kelly. You know, and I pray to become better each and every single day. But that is so sweet. And I am so grateful that you said that. That is just sweet. Zane, you just made my heart jump. Okay, see, that probably wasn't your thing. That probably made him say, never mind, I don't think I pray for a woman like that. Anyways, tomorrow or Wednesday, we're gonna really do phone calls. So I wanna kind of limit them to 5 minutes just to give people more time, because every day we kind of grow in viewers, which is so unbelievably amazing. And because we consistently grow in viewers, I want to make sure that a lot of people are getting the opportunity to speak. Even though last time, everyone that came on really, really, really blessed us, from Terrence to Nate to James. They really blessed us. Lighthouse gave us a fire outlook on Dropbox, which we're still waiting for it to play out. And then NVIDIA, we're going to see what happens with that tomorrow. So fingers crossed, money low. Like I said, go in lightly, but monitor it. Heavy times volume are going to be, I think, look at it at 8:30. If this is one you really, really want to catch, you're going to have to be kind of watching it all day. You could set alerts. So if you have TradingView and you press this button right here, you could put, okay, let's say this plus button right here, right before we move this. You could put add alert. So now it's going to tell me when price is crossing, and you can put add alert right before the puts as well. So now you don't have to be on your phone. It'll just tell you, hey, price is crossing. You know, oh, let me hop on. This is the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart. Let me go ahead and add that. The 5-minute, $5 foot long, February 25, $5. Guys, I feel like putting on some Luther Vandross, but YouTube will ban me. So you're just gonna have to listen to it from my voice. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself. What would y'all do if you woke up in the morning and okay, let's say, hypothetically speaking, we had a sleepover and I woke up in the morning and I woke you up to that. Like I was like, I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself. Like, what would y'all do? Because me personally, I would kick me out. Be like, girl, what the heck are you doing? Thank you so much. See, be the difference is being real. They, not she or he, they said not a happy camper at all. Dude, that's what I do to my brother. I'll FaceTime my brother at 7:14 in the morning, and I'm like, why aren't you awake? Get up. So it's the sweetness that counts. That's so sweet. Just to be clear, are you saying buy a call? Well, I'm not saying you should. I'm suggesting if this was me personally and I was looking at this chart, this is what I would do. But you said if it hits 129 and buy a put if it hits 127. I almost moved this. I don't want to do that. Hold on. I'm trying to move this one down here. Okay. I'm saying that I think 127.70 would be a safe entry for puts, and I would take profit at 126.77. And I'm saying that 129.26 would be a safe entry, in my opinion, for calls, and you could take profits at 130.75. This is being safe in all, from our price targets are safe, our entries are safe. This is my personal opinion of what I would do. Whether or not you do it is completely up to you. I'm not telling you to do it. But if you would like to, then that is simply because you want to. But yeah. Vi said we finna have some bad times. Oh my gosh. ODK said, I say it has a sell-off at the opening. Yeah. I mean, that's what I said. I really feel like price is going to come here and reject. I think it's going to come to this resistance only because, what kind of buying power is this? When are we going to level out? But at the same time, we could also just come right back up here. That's my personal opinion. That's if I was biased. But again, we react to the markets. That's that morning. You're Curtis. Now you know I can't read the rest of that comment. It's you rock and roll. It's rock. Guys, YouTube needs to give us. You know what? YouTube should not give us music, because if YouTube gave us music, I would be dancing. I'm going to program music into my mic box, and you hear from me. You hear from me. Oh, child. Things are gonna get easier, especially when it comes to trading. Ooh, child, it's gonna get brighter. Woo. All right. Oh, you can play music on TikTok? I need to start doing that. It's just that I know YouTube is easier for you guys to see me, even though they don't pay me. YouTube, ooh, we're about to break 800 viewers. I have never had 800 viewers. Look at you guys. I'm about to cry. Hold on. 796. 796. Where we going next? 796. Dang. 709. 70. I'm not gonna lie, that was foul. Y'all were messed up for that, and you know it. What do I think about PayPal stock long term? Like, charting wise? No, see the way y'all are laughing at me. This is crazy. Y'all are laughing because I almost broke 800 viewers for the last time, and that apparently became my resistance. Right? Sane Trom, I think that's your name. Sane Trom, yeah. Became my resistance. I said, nope. Long term. For long term, I got to go to the daily. Well, PayPal has just been on one crazy downtrend. Oh, okay. Well, let me not start it here. Let me actually start it right. It's like it's not really performing the way. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing over here. Me personally, it ain't happening back here no more. It ain't coming back up here. If anything, though, one day, it may come back to fill this gap. It might. But right now, we are riding like... How I feel about PayPal long term is... Oh, you can't even see this. How I feel about PayPal long term, and I'm going back to our friend NVIDIA for people who want to look at it for... What the heck? I was about to say, that thing just almost gave me a giant headache. How I feel about PayPal long term is exactly how you feel about it. I'll say that, because if you're thinking long term, then that's when you have to start looking at the company data and analytics and like exactly how you feel about the company. I can't do that for you. Like, me personally, I don't know the last time somebody really used PayPal ever since like other payment processing companies came out, like Stripe being one of the most. I would go Stripe over PayPal, but I think like I used to always trade Stripe and PayPal, but Stripe more than PayPal. But Stripe has just like fallen off a cliff. But again, it comes down to what you actually feel about the companies, how you actually feel about the companies. So, how did I learn how to trade? I did that I watched every single YouTube video you could possibly watch about trading back in 2020. And then I'd say 20% of it is watching the videos. I'd say 60% of it is learning technical analysis. The other 20% is straight experience. But that 20% of experience is very heavy, because that 20% of experience is going to combine into everything, you know. So, Whoa, my eyes are so royal curls. But yeah, so I came to the live late. So is this NVIDIA play your opinion for a day trade, or is this something you would buy and hold? It's my opinion for a day trade tomorrow. This is on the 5-minute time frame. I believe this would play out to either one of our price targets within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the market day. If not that, within 5 to 10 minutes in total. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I can't believe that we were at 796 viewers and then everybody was like, whoa, support her? Absolutely not. And then they just went to 513. Dylan said, can you please help me? My name is Dylan. Hey, Dylan. I have no idea where to start. For example, I started learning supply and demand, but I didn't know what options. Where can you guide me a little, please? Well, me personally, I am not the biggest fan of supply and demand. Do I think it works? Yeah. Do I think it's a lot of work? Yeah. Do I think it complicates trading? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But what I would recommend is always YouTube University. And I don't know if that's supply and demand wise or if that's just trading wise. I talked about how like this is one of the easiest videos. This is not a shameless plug, but it definitely is. This is one of the easiest technical analysis videos you'll probably learn. And don't ask me, ask the people in the comments. Right? But yeah. But yeah, I'd say try with that. Or, just go on YouTube and search up. I don't know if you mean you want to learn options or you don't know what options to learn supply and demand. Bigot said, what up, Kel? You hitting the gym? You thinned out on us. Now, thinned out is not what I was trying to hear. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, dog. Come here. You want to see what thin look? See, I told you guys that I wasn't going to sit up here and show my arms because I don't work out my arms in the gym. But for some reason, they're so unbelievably buff. I don't touch these things. But for you, dog, right? For you, you see these things? Come here. Come on. That's what they do on GTA when you compliment them. They're like, what you want, dog? Man, you better get on somewhere. Brother, I'll mess you up. That's why your mama look like a donkey. Anyways, no, yeah, I have been in the gym very consistently. And it's actually built a lot of muscle. Like, a lot of freaking muscle on me. So, oh yeah, no guns on YouTube. That's why I said I wasn't going to show them. Guys, I don't want YouTube to ban me. Okay? I don't. So next time, we're going to have to ask for permission before we see Kelly's. Don't be jealous, okay? I know some of y'all get scared. I tell my trainer all the time, I'm like, bro, he's like a 3-time professional boxer. I tell him, listen, I don't care about any of those accolades. You make me do this workout one more time, I'm going to be the one with the freaking championship belt. What the heck? Anyways. Will you please teach me step by step how to do and set up leap options trading? It's easy. You just look for a long-term expiration, like months out or a year out. I used to do leaps all the time. I don't anymore. Not that I don't believe, but like it was just a different market back then. Everything went up. Everything went up. Everything went up. And then them leaps cooked me because everything came crashing down. So, yeah. And I just needed to liquidate my positions because everything came crashing down. And I was like, wow, I'm running out of money. But, yeah, Triple D. But yeah, I would love to help you step by step. That's what the in-person event is for. But if not, I need to remake videos. I always say that, but it's like, it's the time. because I'm a full-time businesswoman. No, I'm playing. No, I actually do operate in the business every single day. And that takes up a lot of my time. And then I'm also a full-time like, what do I call myself? Like trade fluence. Ugh. I don't like to call myself a content creator or an influencer. I feel like that's what you have to call me. But if I say that, it's like if a celebrity was like, yeah, I mean, I'm also a celebrity. Like, I'm an actor, but, I'm also a celebrity, and that takes a lot of my time. Like, okay, brother, we could stop publishing articles about you. Calm down. So, man. Where do I go or website do I go to go trade? My YouTube is completely free. I keep saying I got to remake these videos. I'm going to try. There's just one day I need a plan. Maybe like this week or next week to just boom, 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 boom. There's just one day I need to just plan to just like get it all out the way. But YouTube is completely free. My YouTube, I also have an in-person event that'll be at the end of August, but our goal is by the end of the 3 days, you know everything there is to know about trading. You're like, who am I? A trader. Kelly, you figured out where your fuel tank is. I started looking online where that tank is. The Cybertruck. No, that was just jokes. The Cybertruck doesn't have a fuel tank. I think the charger actually broke. That was, but yeah. What are your thoughts about Chipotle and Deer for trade or for? I think Chipotle's hype is about to run out. I don't think I've ever traded Chipotle's stock or Deer. I found out today, Hayden, he's like our operations guy in the company. Today I found out he's eaten a deer before. I said, Hayden, what possessed you to eat a deer? Nothing. Because Hayden only has angels in his body. Amen. Do I have a fave watch list? It's right here. We have Spy on there. This is Spy. All three of these are Spies. That's Spy. That's US30, which is basically Spy. This is SPX 500, which is basically Spy. Apple and NVIDIA. That's it. So, Spy, Apple, NVIDIA. Oh, Deer is really good. You know what? I'll try Deer. I'm sorry. Do I know how to copy trading accounts? I don't. I've seen people do that. And I've heard that people make a lot like finessing that, but I personally don't. I'll just buy a bunch of contracts and call it a day. But I don't know how to, but I do know people that have. Deer meat is normal in the South. Well, I guess I got to try deer. I'm sorry. And I'm a Southern belle. Do y'all see this outfit now? Don't play no games with me, because y'all know when Kelly comes around, she do not play. She is a Southern belle. And you gonna know this. Trust and believe. Because I'm telling you, when I came to Texas when I was like 3 years old, darling, let me tell you, I ain't have this accent. I had a strong Nigerian accent, I'll tell you that. And for some reason, it just disappeared. So every single day, I have to reword it, because I was like, I gotta sound like a Cali girl because they sound like this. And if you're not gonna sound like this, then like, why do you even exist? So I had to make sure that no matter what, I always could relate with any room I was in, because I'm not just gonna do that and like nobody understands, So, anyways, so that's how I came up with this accent. So like right now, my voice is a compilation of a Nigerian accent. It's a compilation of a Southern accent. It's a compilation of a Cali accent. It's a combination of everything. So don't let me start speaking in my Nigerian accent, because I just want to do that one, But anyways, Omo Naija. I know, right? My Jamaican accent, all I can say in a Jamaican accent is Jamaica me crazy, man. Like, that's it. Like, it's just very stereotypical. So, how many accents do you have? Guys, I like honestly, truly, everything I do, I don't know where it comes from. I don't. And like, you can't keep asking me. I just don't. Wagwan. The only one I think I haven't gotten down is like a New York accent. Like, I'm from New York, and like nobody gonna tell me, see, ew. I don't know what that was. Like Irish and I don't know what that was. An Australian accent? I can't do that, mate. I don't think Australians really understand. I don't know. You love my current accent? I told you, my accent is just comprised of several different. Like, I woke up one day and I was like, I gotta sound like somebody. So I just started combining everybody. We have the Southerners, and then we have the West Side, you know? Sell digital sell digital seats, please. I'm gonna keep asking. We are doing a private digital thingy later on after the in-person one, so you don't have to worry about that. And it'll still be really good. I will always make sure anything I put out is really good. Give me your Igbo accent. Odogu. I beg, habumaka. Come on. Y'all like the original Kelly? Do you think you could just listen to me all day if I was a podcast? Want a break from the ads? Watch 30 minutes of ad-free music. Speaking of, have we had an ad break? We are about to wrap this up, though. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal today. You've been a lot of fun. We had Cam come in and just casually drop on us that he's made $1 million from trading, and he just walked away. Like, shout out Cam. Like, it's just awesome. Terrence said, I need to go sell my car and find myself at your in-person event. Don't sell the car. Don't worry. We'll have an online one soon. But we just have to, like, you guys don't understand. I shut down the business because God told me to. So we were making millions of dollars, and I was like, well, God don't want me to do this no more, so I won't. And then we went from making millions of dollars to nothing. If the audio is low, please turn up your volume. So we were like, hey, we really want to do more for the people. But what happened is we started running through savings at an accelerating rate. And what we want to produce, we just feel like we need some more money. Now we feel like we've been quoted. And we were like, okay, how can we still provide value for the people, but like insane value to where they feel like they should have paid more, but we also are able to still fund our operations? Because I got a business, but this right here is for free. So nobody better tell me nothing about a price, because I will do this for free. I do it for free. Okay, I was being dramatic. I will, but like, Kelly, calm down. Baby, calm down. Calm down. What were you doing if we're at a party and I just start doing that in front of you? Imagine us at a party, and then I'm just like, what would you do? Are we gonna dance with each other, or are you gonna be like, I'm just trying to eat? You know? You tell me. Jesse said, Kelly, my girl. Modenza, can you please screenshot this? Kelly, my girl, Your trade sessions and ideas made me build my 3-bedroom home in Africa. Can we talk about worldwide impact? Sorry, I'm so sorry, because I know some of you, I just blew out your speakers, but Can we please say yes, Jesse? OG fam? Because we are original. We are the best and the baddest, the greatest and the gladdest, the hardest working, the smartest, most knowledgeable individuals that have come on this planet. We are intentional, we are proactive, and we show up because when we show up, we grow up. And when you grow up, you glow up. All right? And when you glow up, you blow up. Not happy, healthy relationship blow up. We do want happy and healthy relationships, but we also want happy and healthy actions, happy and healthy situations. We want to be happy and healthy in everything that we do. We want to wake up and be disciplined. So James said I did dance, so okay. Bro, I almost spit out my water. Zachary, or the girl Zachary. So if I came up to you and started dancing like this, like, look. We're at a party, me and you, and I just, hold on, I gotta give you a different face, because I need to let you know I'm serious. Was that a very awkward, like, silence right there? Look, we just had like 50 viewers drop off. You guys said, Kelly, don't you ever do that again. And I get it. So you won't be hearing from me no more. You won't. Anyways, make sure you this is your homework. Don't just copy this and be like, okay, tomorrow Kelly said she's going to enter here and she's going to exit here. I want you to go back and chart it. Like, your chart's going to be empty. I want you to see, without looking at my screen, can I see what she's seeing? Or can you see something different? Can you see different support and resistance lines? Because don't just let me have this next to me and you're not using it for your growth. Thank you so much, TTTT. Oh, thank you, dog. I'm looking forward to that day to be able to say a statement like that. Thank you so much, the girl Zachary. I hope I said that right. I hope it's Zachary. I don't know if you're saying you're the girl version of Zachary or if your name is Zachary and you're saying I'm the girl Zachary, but I liked it. Wait, I just realized y'all thought my dancing was funny. Let me tell you something. People will turn on you. They will do that thing. They will turn on you. And y'all turned on me. You're supposed to be there like, Kelly, when I see you, dancing emoji. You know the dancing emoji? So it looks like this. And then there's the other one that's like, so like, that's what you're supposed to be sending in the chat. I'm a girl whose name is spelled like Zachary. Okay, I hope I said that right, though. I hope I said it right, Zachary. I hope I said it right. What's the circle mean? Oh, so I was saying, you can ignore the circle. I was saying, if I could predict the market, which I can't, I think price is going to reject right here and come down and fall. That's what I would like to happen. It may not do that. That's why we react. We don't predict. Thank you so much. Akot. Can you put that in the chat to pronounce it for me? I do not like saying people's names wrong because some of you know, I'm not going to leak the government, but some of you know Kelly is not my real full name. And growing up, man, substitutes used to eat me up. I'd be like, that doesn't even, but where did you get a letter in my name that wasn't a, you know what's crazy? I had a substitute once, so I'm Nigerian. And for those of you that know Nigerians, we have some different names. It's just what happens compared to American names. So I had a substitute once that was like, I married a Nigerian woman and it's been so stressful. And I was like, brother, don't say that. We are good women. We submit to our men. No, actually, like, as a Nigerian woman, like, we're very cultured. So men take care of the household. Women submit to their men. We take care of our men. We take care of the kids. We cook, we clean, we do what we're supposed to do. It's just in my culture. Don't tell me nothing about it. You're going to have to fight with my dad. Don't fight with me. Fight with my father because he's instilled those principles in me, which is why Kelly likes being in the kitchen and Kelly likes being organized and clean. And Kelly's excited to be a mother in like 7 years. But he was like, being with a Nigerian woman is so stressful. Like, she's amazing. She does everything for me. But man, when I meet the family, and I'm like, wait, she's stressful or the family's stressful? And he's like, no. It's like, well, first of all, it's like, it took me a while to get used, because I didn't know when they insult you, it's a compliment. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, he was like, well, my wife came in, and, you know, ever since I met my wife, I put on 40 pounds. And I was like, happy relationship? And he was like, so we got to the house, and I was meeting her family for the first time, and her grandma saw her, her auntie saw her, and she was like, Kuro, you've been eating, oh. Hey, see how fat you are. And I was like, uh-oh. And he was like, so I got upset. And I was like, how you gonna let your auntie talk to you like that? And she was like, no, it's a compliment. And he was like, what do you mean it's a compliment? And she was like, no, like, if she says I'm fat, it's a good thing. So then he said the auntie came to him, and she was like, Akuro, you haven't been feeding this one. And he was like, what the heck? He said, respectfully. And she was like, honey, calm down. Like, it wasn't a compliment that time, but it's like, it's just hard in a Nigerian household. You have to have some thick skin, because they gonna say some things and you gonna get offended. But you have to remember, they're not trying to be offensive. It's just culture. So I was saying that to say that he was saying that's how frustrating being with the Nigerian is. But then he then goes and he's like, and then the second thing is like the names, bruh. Like, it looks like somebody just put every letter of the alphabet and they just threw it on the floor, like, bang, make a name. And I was like, oh, because I've never heard anybody say that. He said they took freaking this thing, and they took this thing, and they took this thing, and they were like, explosion, make a word. And I was like, ah. We actually have meanings behind our names, okay? What is Chris supposed to be? No offense to anybody in the chat named Chris right now. I absolutely love your name. But Jesse said, I genuinely think money buys happiness for people in difficult situations. I think it buys a temporary solution, but it does not heal a permanent problem, which is why you see people that win the lottery solve all their issues and then create 22 times more. And unfortunately, some of them end up taking their lives because of it, or have their lives taken because of it. My last name is Ogundele. See, to me, I could read that. I understand that's Yoruba. It makes sense. But some people will say it, and they're like, Ogundele, Ogundele, Ogun. Or it's like they create a letter that's not there. They'll be like, Abragunale. And it's like, where did you find a B? Where did you find a B? It is O-G-U-N. Where did you get a B? But anyways, shoot. No, it means the man he is taking, let me tell you something. Nigerians, we eat. Nigerians eat. I mean, just Africans in general, we really do eat. And like, have you ever tried to be on a diet in an African household? It lasts 2 days, because then your mom tells you have rice and stew at home. And then it's like, okay, so let me eat a whole bunch of oil loaded onto some fried tomatoes with some rice that's 100% carbs loaded with starch. Yeah, I can definitely work out my diet. But anyways, what a wonderful session this has been. I absolutely love talking to all of you. If you do want some rice and stew or just anything, make sure tonight, if it is not, because I know some of us are overseas, and some of you are still up, and I know it's like 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. But please make sure that you eat well, and you eat something good tonight. A share price is the amount of money you pay to own one portion of the company. Chic, I think is your name. So, Bon, thank you. V, the Bon V. V, I think your name's V. Can I call you V, or is it Bon? She said she went on diets all the time. Shout out to your mom. Because they will make fun of you. It's like, man, I could go on and on about all the things Africans do that are just mind-blowing. Like the stereotypical bring me the remote, and the remote is right here. Like the remote is right here in front of them, and they will call you all the way from over there, like, come bring me the remote, and it's right here. And you're like, or whenever they'll be like, oh, I just got rid of my NVIDIA. No. Or it's about to do this thing where it crashes out on me. Oh, no, it didn't. Or they'll tell you like, oh, go put that thing over there. And you're like, over where? And they're like, on my head. And you're like, I don't even know what the thing is. I don't know where I'm putting it. And then I tell you, put it on your, and then you'll be like, maybe sometimes you try to joke and you try to put it on their head and then they start beating you and you're like, okay. Or you'll be like, you'll be like, so should I put it on your head? And they're like, if I flug you now, you'll ask me that question again. And you're like, so where? All right. I don't know if Mama OG is watching today. She might really do me in. She might really do me in. But, whoa, 3:16 a.m. in South Africa. Whoa, when is the right time to take these trades? I'll tell you what, if you have to ask me that question right now, it is not the right time for you. It doesn't mean the right time won't be tomorrow. But I'd say the right time is when you feel like you're ready and when you understand price's movement. If price passes the safe entry for puts or the safe entry for calls and you agree with it because you've charted it yourself, then go ahead and get in. If it does pass it but you don't understand what you're doing, just watch and then, keep practicing. Can we show you how to purchase a contract? I'm going to tell you the truth. If you don't know how to purchase a contract yet, do not trade because there's far more you have to understand behind purchasing a contract than just I'm going to buy. Because you may buy what's super cheap, but it doesn't move, or you end up losing money because you bought the cheapest premium, but it wasn't the smartest gamma, or it wasn't the smartest delta, or the theta was just insane. And if you don't understand those, I have YouTube videos going over them. But I actually have a YouTube video on how to purchase a contract, but it's on Robinhood though. But I will be on live pretty much every day at 5 p.m. CST. You should see from me, if you don't hear from me for at least 5 days on all social media platforms, let me tell you something. I need you to call a welfare check on me. Go ahead. All right, let me say like 7 days because no, on all social media, I'm back consistent and better than ever. The devil tried me. But let me tell you something. You know when people said, they said, the devil fought. But let me tell you something, my God fought harder. But let me tell you something else. My God ain't even had to fight because he created the devil, which means destroying him is like this. So when the devil tries to work in your life, don't think that God came fighting harder. Just know that the devil knew that God had a special plan for you and he wanted to disrupt it. And God said, you not ruining what I have for my child. It ain't happening. Amen, Jesus Christ. Can we get a word? But I know I'm preaching to a choir. I know y'all already knew that. My throat is hurting. It is. So remember that whenever people are like, oh, the devil tried, but God tried harder. God doesn't ever have to try harder. He said he created the light and the darkness. What the heck? Come on, brothers. God gonna remove. We need to move. Listen. I just thought of another one. When you need to move, God gonna remove. We need to turn that into a dance. When you need to move, God gonna remove. When you need to move, God gonna remove. When you need to move, God gonna remove. Hold on. When you need to grow, you gotta let go. When you need to grow, you gotta let go. When you need to move, God gonna remove. When you need to grow, you gotta let go. Oh my gosh, guys. I gotta make a freaking song one day. And I know all of y'all are gonna say I sound like Ice JJ Fish, but listen, we gonna come up with that gospel. I need you to write that down. When you need to move, God gonna remove. When you need to grow, you got to let go. Woo. All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been absolutely amazing, phenomenal time speaking with you. I wish we could keep going. I know we have so much that we can learn. I told you, I'm here. I am here pretty much every day at 5 p.m. So we have so much that we can continue to learn, so much that we can continue to do. I am here as your friend in trading. Some of you see me as a mentor. It don't matter what you see me as long as when I see you, I see growth. Okay? Because when you show up, you grow up. Shout out to my church. That's a fire one. Kelly, don't listen to stupid people. You look fine. Whoa. I don't know who is stupid. I didn't say anybody was stupid. You are beautiful on the outside. And especially on the inside. Love how you put God first and you open in prayer. I love your platform. Billy, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Billy. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. This is what Billy make me do. Billy make me dance. Oh, man. See, I think I am deprived of food or something because this energy is a little too much. It is a little too much. Anyways, it is currently my time, 8:22 p.m. I have some work that I gotta freaking do. And I have to eat. So unfortunately, guys, this is the time where we have to say goodnight to each other. But of course, we can't say goodnight without a nice prayer. The name of the video I made about trading in 10 minutes is called Options Trading in 10 Minutes. And there's also Forex Trading in 7 minutes. I'm probably going to redo it and say Options Trading in 5 minutes. But you're going to have to really follow me because I can talk really fast. So I don't want to be talking really fast and you're not understanding what I'm saying. So I really want to make sure that I get through you. Because if I don't get it through to you, then you're not going to really understand it. I really want to make sure you understand it. So I don't want to speak too fast because if I do, then you're not going to like it. And I want you to like it. So maybe I shouldn't do 5 minutes. Let's not talk on 2x speed. Guys, I should start streaming at night because at night, my stream looks crazy. Like, I'll keep it on afterwards, and I'm like, whoa, this thing looks good. Like, girl, why are you looking like that? All right, anyways. How much do you need to trade? As much as you're willing to lose. So, I'm going to say a prayer. A good night prayer for those of you who are going to sleep. A good night prayer for those of you who are going to eat. And a good night prayer for those of you who don't believe in Jesus Christ. It's okay, because I would still like to pray for you because I want growth over your life. I hope the Wi-Fi isn't tripping. Why did it just reload? Anyways, in Jesus' name, amen. God, I thank you for allowing us to join this stream today. I thank you for allowing us to be able to learn what we did. I thank you for those of us who have been up since 12 a.m., since 1 a.m., since 2 a.m., since 3 a.m., and those who are risking their good sleep tomorrow because they felt that this was important for their development and growth. I ask that none of their efforts are done in vain, that every single ounce of sleep that they may be losing, every single ounce of energy that may be depleting from them, that you help to restore it times 20, that their future will have it restored times 20. And even for those who it may not be late for them, but they would rather have done other things this evening, but decided to stay through this stream, God, I just ask that you allow them to also receive 20 times everything that they've put into this, every amount of time. God, for every time lost, we ask that you add 2 times. For every minute lost, I ask that you add 2 minutes to not only their lifespan, but for the enjoyment of their lifespan. For there's some people who maybe like our wonderful Cam, and in the next 3 years will make millions of dollars. Some of them may make hundreds of thousands. Some of them may make tens of thousands. But we know that their continuous growth will allow them to continue to glow, allow them to continue to shine and find success in the future. I just ask that you help those that are in cities right now, that they will be protected and covered, those that are by the oceans. And right now I know there's a hurricane that's coming through the southern part of America. And God, I just ask that you protect all of those people there. We thank you for the wonderful individuals who have been able to change their lives, whether it's mentally, whether it's spiritually, whether it's financially, just from watching these, from knowing me, or just from believing themselves over the past couple of years. And God, we just ask that moving forward, that this year is the start of our transformational year, that we don't care that January has passed, because we know for you, there is not just one day that means more than another. We know that in a week, you want us to rest once a day, But we also know that you don't say, January, I will start your life, and December, I will end it. But you're a God that can make anything happen at any moment. So we just ask that for each and every single person listening to this, that anything that they've been struggling with will be gone. Anybody that's been trying to hold them back will be gone. But as I'm speaking today, that today is the start of their growth and success in life, their intentionality behind all of their efforts, their discipline, that every time that they've said, I'm going to do it, and they didn't do it, and whatever that was, it doesn't have to be trading. It could be a business they wanted to start. It could be real estate they wanted to purchase. It could be a job they wanted to apply for. It could be a new skill they wanted to learn, a hobby they wanted to get into, whatever that is, anything that they said they were going to do that they did not do. God, I just ask that moving forward, they would be intentional behind it. God, allow our word for this year to be intentionality, that we are intentional improving in every single area of our lives. And we will still work towards making $50,000 by Christmas, because we know that you will help us tremendously along the way. So God, I just ask that everyone that's about to sleep, that they're able to sleep well. And everyone that's about to eat, that they're able to eat well, that you bless their food and you bless their dreams. And they will sleep soundly and wake up peacefully. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Amen. Ooh. Amen, 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 amen. Amen. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy, blessed, honored, and thankful to have each and every single one of you that have been watching. Remember our NVIDIA play. This live is going to be posted immediately after, so you can always go back. It was on the screen for like 90% of the live. But remember, when God wants to move, he's going to remove. When God wants to move, he's going to remove. What was the next one? Oh. If you want to grow, you got to let go. If you want to grow, you got to let go. I need y'all doing that before you go to bed tonight. I'm so serious. I need you doing that before you go to bed tonight. I need you to be like, oh my gosh. If God wants to move, he's going to remove. If God's going to move, he's going to remove. That's what I need you doing tonight. And then I need you to be like, when you wake up in the morning and you're brushing your teeth, you're gonna brush your teeth like this. Let me brush my teeth I'm gonna get my lip gloss out here. If I want to grow, I gotta let go. If I want to grow. And then eventually you're gonna be like, if God wants to move, he's gonna remove, you know? So anyways, love you all so much. You are absolutely amazing. You are powerful. You are great. You are so talented and skilled, and you are intentional. And there's nobody doubting you on this planet that is going to win ever. They will never be right, because you will prove them wrong every single time. At a point, they're going to feel dumb. They spent more time doubting you than they did believing in themselves. And those are people we don't need around us. So again, you have an absolutely amazing night. And I am going to sing you a lullaby. When I don't know a lullaby. Good night from Kelly. You are wonderful, and you are gonna sleep. Don't worry about anything, but I hope you think of me when you dream. Good night, everybody.